And now, our feature presentation.
Ho, wow, wow, ho, 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 ho. Let's take his leather pants. Ho, wow, wow, ho, 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 ho. Let's take his leather pants. Ha, 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 ha. Ma, ha, 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 ha. La, 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 la. We want his leather pants. Ga, ga, ra, ra, ra. Na, na, fla, 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 la, la. Cha, cha, cha. Take off his leather pants. I'm getting ready. My legs have been waxed. Cause when we get them, I am wearing your slacks right on my tush. Tush, 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 right on my tush. Tush, tush, right on my tush. Hey! We want your trousers, your breeches, your chaps. No, you can't get these pants from shopping at Gap. Their service sucks. Sucks, 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 it really sucks. Sucks, sucks, it really sucks.
You know that we want them, and you know that we need them. We want the pants, your leather pants.
Me and Bakora, we will have our revenge. Him and me will take your leather pants. Oh, oh, oh. Me and Bakora, we will have our revenge. Him and me will take your leather pants. Oh, 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 oh. Let's take his leather pants. Oh, 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 oh. Give us the effing pants. Blah, 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 blah. Da, da, pa, 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 ya, ya, mamma mia. We want those leather pants. We don't want vinyl or chinos or briefs. I am a criminal and he is a thief. Plus we're both hot. Hot, hot, hot. We are quite sexy.
Eric, that doesn't rhyme.
Shut up, I am Lady Gaga. I have watched Psycho and I liked Vertigo. The Bird was okay. Ooh, I love Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock. Cock, 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 we love Hitchcock. Cock, cock, we love Hitchcock.
Good evening. You know that we want them, and you know that we need them. We want the pants, your leather pants.
Me and Bakora, we will have our revenge. Him and me will take your leather pants. Oh, oh, oh. Me and Bakora, we will have our revenge. Him and me will take your leather pants. Oh, 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 oh. We want those leather pants. Oh, 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 oh. Let's steal his leather pants. Ta ta ma ma ma, ba ba wa wa wa, za za ba ba ba. Take off his leather pants. Ga ga ra ra ra, na na blah blah blah, la la cha cha cha. I like these silly noises. Where let the baby work it, move your tush, it's sexy. Where let the baby work it, move your tush, it's sexy. Where let the baby work it, move your tush, it's sexy. Where let the baby work it. I'm an evil bitch, baby. We want your pants and we want our revenge. We want your pants and we're really just friends. Je voudrais son pantalon courir, son pantalon. Why am I speaking French? Why am I speaking French? I don't wanna be French. We want your leather pants. And take off your friggin' pants. Me and Bakora, we will have our revenge. Him and me will take your leather pants. Oh, oh, oh. Me and Bakora, we will have our revenge. Him and me will take your leather pants. Oh, 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 oh. We want the freaking pants. Let's get his leather pants. Let's take his leather pants. Oh, 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 oh. Take off those friggin' pants. Remove his effing pants. Let's take his leather pants. Ha 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 ha. Ma ha 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 ha. Ga ha 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 ha. We've got the leather pants.
Hey guys, I'm Scarfy.
I'm Naka.
And I'm Krüz, and holy shit, where did that droid come from? And what have you done with Naka?
And welcome to Subwoofer Entertainment Treehouse, a determinedly drunk, geeky, and cheerful podcast where wolves we house and stream, we entertain, bringing you all latest entertainment news. Set to a lot like a music appreciation class, we talk about what's going on in certain topics and see how people react to them in certain ways. And that song that you were listening to was Leather Pants, a parody of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged parody of Lady Gaga's, I forgot. Bad Romance. Anyway, Naka, just real quick, I think you need to just exit the call and then come back in because your voice sounds a little choppy.
It's only on your end. It's only on your end.
Yeah, but you gotta... Yeah, but we can all hear it. That's the problem.
All right, we're doing this on the fly. Hold on.
Yeah, just do that.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves while I set up this shit.
Oh, boy.
Hold on.
Okay. So,
Hold on. This is fantastic. Click to join the video call, except I don't want to be in the video call. I just want to be in the call.
Wolf, Weekend, it's nice to see you back. How are you?
Awesome.
You do realize
I'm
that
doing.
Go ahead, Weekend. Go
Great
ahead.
timing, Knock.
No worries.
Hey guys, I'm here! Hey guys, Scare's here.
I'm doing really well. I'm excited to be back for another week.
Yes, I'm so happy to hear that. And by the way, we have another wolf joining with us. It's a Wolfapalooza.
Brother from another mother.
Please welcome Shutter Wolf. How are you today?
I'm doing very well as well, Scarfy.
And
Can y'all hear me just fine?
yes,
Yeah.
much better.
Much better.
Much better.
It's like the
Much
fucking
better.
thing from Spaceballs. They're like, you don't need that. I'm right here.
I closed down the
Anyway.
voice changer just to be sure, so that's not going to affect anything anymore.
All right, that's fine.
But
Better-
I like
better
the voice
safe than
changer.
sorry.
The voice changer is fun.
It's fun to fuck with. It's so...
Yeah, but we can't take any more chances. Anyway,
Oof.
yeah, oof. Yeah, so Shutter, just wanted to ask you, how have you been? We haven't heard from you in a while. It's good, isn't it great to be back?
I heard from him yesterday. Your point isn't valid.
Yeah, that I forgot. Why don't you tell them all about it, Shutter Naka?
Which one, Shutter or Naka?
I'm
both
going to
of
have
you,
you
it doesn't
take the
matter.
floor.
That's what sometimes happens. It's like, wait, which one? Who are we? Who has the speaking stick right now?
It doesn't matter. You both can speak.
You
Oh
can
my
both
God.
hold on to the speaking stick
Yeah, this
together.
is starting to sound more like my board meeting. Who the hell's talking?
Nope, you have the
But
speaking
no.
ball. I'm giving you the speaking ball.
Okay.
right, go
So,
ahead.
yeah, I think it's been a while since we last time I was on. Everything's been going very well, and just doing a lot more photos. And yesterday was one of the newest photo adventures up at When Football Strikes up in Kenworth, Kenmore, Washington. Sorry, I was thinking of the truck company up there.
No, you need to think of the washer and dryer company, Kenmore.
Yeah,
anyway,
I was thinking trucks,
But please continue. You were at WFS and
yeah, so I was up there with Naka yesterday. We had a great lunch up at Burger Addict in Renton.
Yep.
It was very delicious, man. What an awesome place. Thank you, Naka, for recommending that. It's just...
Oh, yeah, I know my burger joints. I know my burger joints when
That was freaking awesome. Yep.
we and I don't mean to interrupt or anything, but we over the winter break got you a gift, didn't we?
Yeah, you got a... what is it called? Nakanomo or Princess of
Princess Mononoke.
Princess-
Yeah, the
Princess
name,
Mononoke,
don't worry,
yeah.
I can't pronounce it either.
Yeah, it's a very difficult
Princess
name. Yeah.
Princess Monochrome. Mononuki.
Princess Mononoke. It's,
Yeah,
it's-
Princess Mononoke. Yeah.
So how did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Oh, it was. I
Right.
thought it was a very excellent movie. It was a great presentation or animation film. It was awesome. Thank you guys, Scarfy, Krüz, Naka.
The Awoos. Tell us about the Awoos.
Yeah, there was definitely Awoos in that movie. It was, but yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, of course, the wolves were just amazing as well. And so,
I am very, very glad to hear that. I just got a okay.
yeah,
Anyway,
I can't remember if I got that before the season ended because I've been on this show quite a bit, and so
You've even guest hosted.
yeah, I even guest hosted a couple of times.
Yeah, you saved Scarfy's and mine own ass. I think
Yeah.
once each.
Yes, going through Scarfy's novel and Krüz's.
I don't write novels. Good lord.
You write. Well, you do. You write speeches. It looks.
I write
it's a
what
speech.
I write what my inner thoughts are. Like that's how I want to express it. It brings out interesting conversations nonetheless.
Scarfy, there's this thing called like a starter thing. You just need a few things to start, and then bam, you're on it. But I guess I don't know. If you can't remember everything you want to say, so be it.
Yeah,
Then you have
it's
to just put everything on it.
It's just one of those things, guys. But anyway, we have a very, very big show today. But I was going to read the donation tagline. But after hearing how Weekend Wolf sounded, I kind of want him to read it.
Alrighty. What else do you want me to read in my awesome voice?
Just read the before the link. Just read the text.
Donate. So just Streamlabs, just the donate.
Well, no, the whole thing.
Be emphatic about it. I don't know. Just do the thing.
Yeah, just read the first 4 lines after the link.
Alrighty. Set has been brought to you by Streamlabs. We are a non-profit broadcast, but we use this as our go-to for making more episodes and to help them be bigger and better than ever before by purchasing equipment or other visual means. Please don't feel obligated. We are not asking for money to pay the rent. But if you have a heart to donate, it is greatly appreciated.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wolf with the golden voice.
Woohoo! Beautiful. Isn't that great?
I think there's a specific talent for having like a infomercial or speaking voice in that regard. Some people just nail it. Weekend is one of those people. Like
You have to have emphasis with your hands. You have to move your hands like you were, not to be absolutely rude, but it's almost like you're an Italian having a conversation.
Like you're an Italian. An Italian.
Yeah.
It's like I love the Italian meme. Italian walking their dog and it's a pack of spaghetti.
No.
Walking their dog.
I thought the hand gestures was going way too far,
But they're just Italians.
Don't forget Turkish salt, Daddy.
Yeah, and then pretty soon Weekend
Salt
Wolf
Bay.
upgrade
He is a
to
magician.
or movie trailer voiceover.
Yeah.
So for the record, I think me and Weekend, I don't think I can compare to Weekend Wolf's voice acting. I don't know. I
have a versatile voice. I mean, I can imitate quite a bit of things, but I can't do
come
like
on, Scarfy. What are you
I
talking
can't do
about?
a radio announcer
I can't
voice
broadcast
like that.
better. I can't broadcast like you.
Like an
and I've been doing
infomercial
this show
voice.
for like what 2 years now,
It
and
comes
you
with
already.
practice. It comes with practice. I've been doing YouTube for like 4 years now, and it took me a really long time to actually get that voice.
I don't know
of
if he's quite
projecting.
Billy Mays. He doesn't have. You have to.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
You have to shout the whole time.
Hi,
Oh
Bill
my
Swift
goodness.
here with the
He
Flex.
died of a heart attack because his blood pressure was probably high as shit from doing that all the time.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
I mean, rest in peace. Probably one of the he's a living legend.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember that tweet from his son.
I just loved watching the commercials just because of him. I didn't give a damn about OxyClean or whatever. I just loved his voice. I'm like, I don't care about OxyClean.
No, but really,
I still remember that tweet from his son. That one day, it says he didn't wake up. That day when Billy Mays passed away.
No, but really, just. I mean, I sound okay, but I just don't sound as good as you, Weekend.
not as Emphatic?
Oh gosh.
Keep in mind how much of an actual like. I'm not saying like how can I put it? Because I've had a lot of time to practice on this, and I'm also taking classes for it. So it's not really a comparable thing. Like for where you are now, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Hi,
I mean,
Phil
like,
Swift
how
here with the Flex Seal line of products.
Let me just smash this fucking thing and seal it up and it's fine.
So just real quick, like, so from where you said that I sound like fine to you, or
Yeah,
I'm
honest
glad
to God.
well, I'm very, very glad to hear that. So before we get started with the show, after you did that beautiful introduction to our donation link, thank you very much. We have to talk about donations because we got some donations, don't we, Naka?
Yes. I believe it was just shortly after like we had ended. Felix Silverclaw gave us $5 with feels obligated in asterisks. And
Feels concerned.
heck, you are doing me concern. You do not need to feel obligated.
Doing a leave.
Doing
And
a
then-
heckin' concern.
With the quote, "Awoo some furs," donating $150, known as Moneyman69 on the Discord, we have
Mr.
Kyle
Big Banks
Shantz.
himself.
We have
What?
Kyle Shantz coming in, donating $150 right after the show ended last week.
Holy crap, Kyle!
What do you make money? Wait, Shutter, I don't know. Wait, we have to count. Was this 350 yet?
Yes, he has donated overtime $350.
Roll the cartoons. Roll the memes. All right.
I just awoo. That's
Yeah.
it.
Ow. Whew.
Wee.
Oh,
A wheel?
Whew.
A is silent, it's an O. So Kyle Shantz.
A is
Sounds like a
silent for
feedback.
Kyle Shantz. Oh, okay.
means having. Well, like if you have, like, I think it's like the Swedish thing. The A with the O over it is pronounced as O. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Might be something just like. I don't know.
So just for the so yeah, wow, $150. This is great.
Oh god.
Around the, or it's
Pay
around
your
the
bills,
or it's
dude.
around the DMV, we say hunt it.
Yeah.
Hunt it.
So
hunt
we-
it. Hunt it.
So that is over 350. So we do have so that's
DMV.
400 altogether. So that's very, very happy. I'm very, very happy.
Somebody needs
So-
to donate 4 more so we get 404 and money not found.
We already went above that.
No.
Oh gosh, yeah, it was.
Our money are gone.
So guys, I want to tell you something. The best way to describe Krüz is if he has the face of James Hetfield, Jim Carrey's comedic expressions, and Jack Black's creative lines. That's the best way I can describe.
I mean,
Cruz's
I can't
personality
argue
in
with
that
that. I think
There we
that's,
go.
and the belch of Mo.
that's pretty accurate. I'm talking about Three Stooges. Purely on there.
Shut up! Why are you doing that?
Doink. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty. I'm a fan of all three of those guys. Especially, Jack Black, any Jim Carrey movie I love pretty much, and of course, Metallica's my shit.
So anyway,
We're gonna get to that.
why don't we move to your section, Krüz?
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just drinking a Pilsner Urquell, the Czech beer. Apparently, I just learned this. It's from Plzen, like Plzen, Czech Republic. Apparently, that's where the word Pilsner comes from itself. Fun fact for you guys: learn your beer, learn your education. Good.
Learn your beer.
Learn your beer. Yeah.
Learn beer to get drunker.
Learn beer, get gooder at beer. Yeah. So the first thing is a thing I've talked about quite a bit already as it is, but now it's actually time to get it really hyped for it. It's time for some firepower. Judas Priest, their new album is almost here. Because it's a double show, this would have been announced this next weekend, but we don't have a show this
Spoiler
weekend.
alert, yeah, it is a double show. But continue.
I mean, if you couldn't tell by the shitload of people here, yeah, three's a crowd, isn't it? Or five? Holy fuck! Invite the whole family, why don't you?
I mean, yeah.
Judas Priest, their new album. I fanboyed on this enough as it is, so I don't really need to do any more. But this album is coming out March 9th. The title track and Lightning Strike are currently available. The only thing I've heard since then is that they've had little teaser trailers for certain songs, but I couldn't find anything else official, so I just included Firepower again because it's holy fucking shit. Old guys can fucking rock. It's like showing the new guys
With their cocks. No, I'm just...
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, except or whatever. But yeah, as I said, just a little review. Glenn Tipton isn't going to be on the tour. I may be going to see him at DC. It depends on how the schedule works out with S.E.T, because unfortunately that show is on a Sunday. So we'll have to see how that works. But the good news is that I'm going to hear some new Judas Priest either way. And I've liked what I've heard so far. And I have a Judas Priest Screaming for Vengeance poster in my dorm. So I think you can just, it speaks for itself how much I love this music. And I'm just so fucking excited that it already looks way better than Redeemer of Souls. And Redeemer of Souls was Judas Priest went into a weird experimental phase with Nostradamus, which some of the stuff was good, some of it was just weird and bad, but it wasn't all bad. It wasn't like a dismissed album, but it was just, all right, just pick out some good gems from there. But this is just back to hardcore Priest, and it's good shit. Woo!
So yeah, Judas Priest. Any takers? Who wants to go first?
I mean, I brought up my opinion last week. Do I really have to repost it?
Yeah, I don't have much.
If you don't repost, we ban.
But I already said my opinion on it last week.
I found a fucking GIF. I can't remember what it actually said, but I can. And it's a really good GIF. You comment like that, we ban you right away. No trial, no nothing. You downvote, we ban you. You mod mail us, we ban you right away. You post too much, ban. Not enough, ban. You don't get enough karma from posts, comments, you get a ban. You repost content, believe it or not, ban. You post original content, also ban. Repost OC, someone replies to your comment and you don't upvote, believe it or not, ban. Right away. We have the best users in the world because of ban. I love that GIF. It's so fucking good. It's like this guy in like a military suit talking about it. It's so good. You repost, someone comments, and you don't upvote, ban. Believe it or not, ban. We have the best users in the world because of ban.
You breathe, ban.
So good.
If she breathed, she a thought.
Whom thoughtin'?
But anyways,
Be gone, thought.
is there anybody looking at that artwork for the new Judas Priest thing and just thinking, there's not enough fire?
There isn't.
There isn't enough fire. I mean, Judas Priest has had, probably second only to Amon Amarth in badass album covers. Because I think Amon Amarth is easily, I don't know who their artist is who does it, but I think the artist's name was somewhere on the Screaming for Vengeance album. I think they might have changed it throughout the years, but Amon Amarth's album covers, the art on it, just in the art itself, is fucking badass. Judas Priest, I think, is second only to that, because just they know what they pretty much perfected heavy metal, so they're like, this is what it is. You all have to listen up to us. And so it is a giant robot thing with 4 or 5 cannon arms blasting lasers. Fuck
And
it.
Fire.
Yes. Firepower. I mean, Rob Halford is nearly like 70 years old and he's still screaming his lungs out. He's a goddamn.
So do you have anything? Yeah. Do you have anything to say, Weekend Shutter, about this particular, or no?
Well,
Oh,
I was.
Jesus. Oh, sorry.
No worries, no worries. I was actually listening to this before, and I was like, yeah, that's going into my likes list for sure. Yeah. Actually, I think it's in 2 music lists right now for me.
Yeah.
And it's on my phone. I mean, I liked it. Needless to say.
Good.
You couldn't tell. And yes,
No,
not
no.
enough fire. It needs more.
Yes.
Needs more fire.
Needs
And
more.
as for you, Shutter,
Oh, I loved it.
I'm glad you did.
I love it. It is classic Judas Priest.
I think what's accurate is what I think it said on the Essential Judas Priest album, that no 2 Judas Priest albums are the same, and that is a very rare thing for any band. Every single album has been very distinct in its sound, and I think this is at the point. I think the closest you can compare it to is Angel of Retribution, I think it was called. I mean, but this is just like Angel of Retribution, like just inject some nitro into that shit, and then you get this.
Right.
So I mean, I think they're at the. I mean, you think like they've been a band for like what 40 some odd years now. They were founded in 1969, and they're still going strong. They don't look like they're stopping anytime soon. And I think they've got young blood in them too, with Richie Faulkner and the guy who's I forgot his name, but he's picking up the spot for Glenn Tipton on this tour. And they've still got like 2 original members outside of that, with the bassist and the singer. I mean, I don't think they're stopping anytime soon. So I'm really excited to see not only this, but I think they've got at least 1 or 2 more albums in them.
All right. All right. Well, do you want to move on to the next one?
I think so. All right. So next, we're going a little bit old school with this one. Suicidal Tendencies. Let's pretend I said that right. Get Your Fight On EP, featuring the former Naka Don't.
All right, continue.
Through the tables and the memes. No. Featuring the former Slayer drummer Dave Lombardo, the crossover thrash pioneers out of Venice, California, truly have nothing to lose, which is the song they have released from their EP, Get Your Fight On. It'll be released March 9th, as will Judas Priest Firepower. I don't know if I mentioned that for sure. But this is a band I've known more about their legacy and their actual music. It's the thing, you don't have to listen to them to just know what they are, because it's like locally for me, I mean, from the East Coast, but we have a band called Municipal Waste out of Virginia. So
I've heard of them.
Yeah, Municipal Waste, that's where every band like that can draw sources from. Suicidal Tendencies, one of the first bands to really infuse punk and metal together. In just a way that's never really lost its touch. So they've influenced many rock bands, even Slayer themselves. I think Slayer's done a cover of them, of their album Undisputed Attitude. I'm not sure if it was them, but they did, what was it? Verbal Abuse, some other punk bands, stuff like that. But yeah, I listened to this. I liked it. It's very much like Municipal Waste, and I dig that shit. I mean, it's you know what you're getting with this. Suicidal Tendencies, I think they're still going strong, and many of their other members have gone on to be successful in other bands. Most notably, Robert Trujillo. I mean, went to Metallica and also played with Ozzy Osbourne for a little bit. So they've got a stellar resume when it comes to metal bands. So you want a little extra suicidal tendencies in your life, look out to get your fight on, boys.
Or just listen to Channel X on GTA 5. There you go.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, boy.
Wow, you came
bring
back
that-
quick from making tea. Wow.
Oh well, I'm just heating up the water. Tea is easy to make after you heat up the water.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
It's just
guys,
hot
if you don't-
leaf
if you
juice.
couldn't- Pretty much, but I'm actually putting honey into it, so yeah. It'll
Bringing
bring
back
out-
Doki Doki Literature Club flashbacks. Oh God, Yuri, no! No! No, Yuri, no!
Ruined
So,
lives. It did.
So, suicidal tendencies. Any thoughts on this weekend?
For me, first hearing it, I was kind of like, "Oh dear, where did the quality go?" I thought my headphones broke. I was just like, "What?" But then I realized,
really?
"Oh yeah, wait a minute."
Yeah. Try listening to black metal then you'll be like, is this a fucking tape recorder?
Yeah,
Quarter?
But that's actually an intentional thing for them.
yeah. I kind of figured it was an intentional thing too, because I was just like, no one in their right minds. And then I thought about it for a second, and I was just like, no, you know what? I think they meant to do this on purpose, in which I have to congratulate them because they did me a bamboozling. But I did actually like it, and that's also in my list and on my phone.
And it's very much, it's also one of the things that like non-metalheads can get into because it's not as, double bass pounding in your ears heavy.
Oh,
It's
no
more-
kidding,
It's
yeah.
more just like, it's taking punk, but taking it up to the next level of making it a little more intense, more heavy guitar playing.
Exactly.
It's fun to listen to. It's not always super serious. I mean, a lot of times, assume Suicidal and Municipal are about just a lot of the songs are just about getting drunk and fighting and other shit like that. I mean, it's literally just the accurate thing was on one of their shirts. Municipal Waste was speed metal drunks. It's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speed
I
metal
was
is
trying-
fun.
I was listening
metal is
to
fun.
suicidal tendencies. It's not something. It's not something that I would personally listen to over and over. But I'm glad some people like it. I am excited for the next one, but we'll get into that when we get into that.
I do like
Shudder-
punk music.
Everyone's excited for the next one. Yeah.
Shutter, do you have anything else to say?
Hello.
Shatter!
Shutter?
Oh,
regarding-
yeah. Sorry,
died.
the hard mute on my mic was on.
Oh.
That's the worst. You don't realize it's muted, and you're just like, "Why can't you hear me?" And you see the light. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I deal with this all the time on the
right.
million Zoom calls I do at work as well. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, this is okay. The suicidal tendency. It's one that still has a past, but yeah,
It's not meant to be unique. It's just meant to be just.
it's there. Is
The
what
thing with this genre is like, you have songs that are like a minute long or a minute and a half long.
Mhm.
It's not meant to be anything like super special. I mean, there are some perks on, I think Municipal's last album, Slime and Punishment, like the title track and Under the Waist Command.
Right.
Like, but other than that, it's just kind of like, it's shit to bang your head to. And it's more about the culture than it is about the music, which is kind of just cool. I mean, the album cover speaks for itself, just a skull with the snapback, with the skull fists. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's all
Yeah.
about. Yeah. I'm falling and I can't get up. Yeah.
I have fallen, and I choose not to get up.
Yeah.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Help, I have fallen, and I choose not to get up. Anyway, let's continue.
I nap here.
Yeah. So this arguably could be the biggest announcement, but it's the second biggest, I guess, because of the amount of stuff going on. But next thing we have, Adam Jones. No, not the baseball player. I mean, being an Orioles fan, that's my guy, Adam Jones. But members of Tool, yes, Tool have announced they're going to work on a new album come this March. And a lot of people are excited about this, and understandably so, because, I don't listen to Tool as much as I would like. I mean, I think I've mainly listened to Schism and 46 and 2, but I've just listened to 46 and 2 so much that it's just become one of my favorite riffs to play on guitar. It just sounds so satisfying. So I'm really excited to because unfortunately 46 and 2 isn't on iTunes for some reason.
Mm-hmm. I would hope you would also play Schism. I really liked that song by Tool. That's another good song.
Yeah, that's the other one I mentioned. So I guess I'm assuming this whole album would be available on iTunes. It's of course they're not. They've got the material. They've apparently got the material written down, but they haven't recorded it yet. So that's what they're going to do. So I think I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it, but I'm definitely going to look into it and see if there's some, I guess, stuff I can get into on that. Because I think there's some bands like I had, like Overkill was one of them where like I announced the grinding wheel and I was like, okay, I'll just listen to this. And then I started getting into the band, and then I went to their concert, and then I got some more of their songs. Like, holy shit, they're really good. So this is another one of those times where, I mean, their legacy transcends their musical influence, where they're I think one of my favorite YouTubers, Jacksepticeye, loves Tool. Like, it's that kind of not supremely heavy metal, but just more progressive metal kind of shit. I think they might have earned themselves the Rush of heavy metal kind of title. So I'm really excited to hear the new shit from them. I don't know if it'll be good as 46 and 2, but it's probably going to be some pretty good stuff. I mean, knowing Tool and their repertoire.
Fun fact, the person who I went to the Metallica concert with in Seattle, they wore a Tool t-shirt.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, I was wearing Avenged Sevenfold. I bought a hat. I bought a hat.
What a tool.
Yeah. There was a guy in front of us who had a yarmulke on, and at the point where James had that speech where we don't care what color, what religion you are, some guy from behind poked him. He's like, fuck you, I'm a good Jew, or something like that. Good times. But yeah.
Click. I hear a clickety clack.
Clicky clicky. 46 click 2 ahead of me.
Click.
Is this like a slide projector?
All right. Anybody have like last words before we move on?
Well, I have
Weekend?
nothing else.
Nope. Nothing else. Too much.
Board.
Not much to say.
We're going to have more details once they are announced. I mean, March is right around the corner, so should get more updates from that soon enough. But yeah, it's time for another one of those big metal festivals to roll around. This time, it's Heavy Montreal. They have announced their lineup. They've announced the headliners, which are Avenged Sevenfold, Rob Zombie, and Marilyn Manson, who hasn't been doing so well recently. But I have to say...
You forgot to tell Canada to hold the L.
Yeah, I have to say, hey, Canada, hold this L from our women's hockey team. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The best... also, the person who changed Maddie Rooney's the goalie's position on Wikipedia to United States Secretary of Defense, you are a goddamn hero. Proof that not all heroes wear capes. So take this L, Canada. You're not going to hear the freaking end of it. Woohoo! Yeah. With that out of the way, the Canada's biggest heavy metal festival has announced its lineup. As I said, headlined by Avenged Sevenfold, Rob Zombie, and Marilyn Manson.
I hate to interrupt. You just you do realize that Weekend Wolf is Canadian, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why I was doing that. Yes, I know. Eh? You're not Canadian, eh? We're better at hockey than you, eh?
As much as I want to say yeah, but
Or at least our women's. At least, well, our girls are better knock here. Our guys, not so much. Well, also, fuck you, NHL, for being a stick in the mud. Didn't
For
really help
having a
much.
ton of games being played during the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm like, really, guys? Freaking God. That's another issue for another team. But yes, the lineup will include Gojira, who Naka's seen, Trivium, who I've seen twice, and are really good, Between the Buried and Me, another band I like and I would want to see, Napalm Death, Havoc, who I've also seen, and more. For those listeners in the Great White North, like Weekend, this is an event you'd be remiss to pass up. Tickets are currently available as of this stream at heavymontreal.com/en for those non-French Canadians. And it should be a good time.
Je ne comprends.
Je ne comprends. J'accuse.
All right, I'll post the link. Hold on. I need to get my thoughts across real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Metallica, the lineup that I saw, like the headlining the bands before Metallica, obviously, were Gojira, who were great, and A7X, Avenged Sevenfold, who were even better. Holy crap, that was a show. That was awesome. And then it was Metallica, obviously. But the interlude between A7X ending and the Metallica show, there was Mixmaster Mike from the guy who played with the Beastie Boys. And I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, segue aside, No, if I lived in Montreal, I would be going to this event, but I can't because I don't live in Montreal.
It's like the Canadian equivalent to Rock on the Range. It's like one of the biggest festivals in North America. I mean, it's a gathering of some of the biggest, or the ones who would be headlining, but they're not quite headlining. I think Trivium actually might be getting up there. So they recently posted a video about like their new album is probably gonna catapult them into that genre. They were headlining when I saw them with Sabaton. But yeah, I think they've got a good lineup this year. Pretty solid.
Very nice.
So, are you a fan of Metal Weekend?
I could call myself a fan, yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't know if you're near Montreal. I mean,
it would be, well, if it was via highway.
Be little ways away.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
think ways away, hey?
I think I'd be about 10 hours.
You do realize Canada hates that, right, Krüz?
A boot.
Well, if
have
they
no
hate
idea
it, then
what
they
you're-
shouldn't say it then, hey?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're giving me flashbacks for
it's exaggerated.
and calling mockery.
It's exaggerated. Yes, it is exaggerated, but when you say it, it's like...
Hey, Weekend.
Yes.
Say the word sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, my dad is from Milwaukee.
Sorry.
My dad's from Milwaukee, and to this day, he'll say sorry. That's the only word he'll say in that accent. For me, I grew up in Baltimore, so I'll say Zample. Sometimes I'll slip into the Balmer accent. But like I'll say Zample, and my sister's like it's sample. I'm like Zample because the ZS switch happens.
Yeah.
Accents are fun.
Anyway,
Accents are super fun.
I've been close to Canada because I went up to northwestern Maine. It's close, but not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite there.
Try not to be a pain in the eye.
And it still bothers me that there's no dairy Maine in Maine.
Yeah, Maine isn't that important, Stephen King. Neither are the Patriots because they suck.
Oh, all right. Well, so anything else you want to say, Krüz?
Nothing other than I'd recommend this for weekend. You might have to make a weekend trip for this if you do go. But yeah, big music festival. It's probably gonna be a pretty good time. There's only one more thing, I guess. I'm gonna be seeing Sabaton with Creator in 2 weeks. Silver Spring, hell yeah, let's go. But now it's time to move to video games. I give up.
Video games.
Video games.
Yeah, your thing has the same thing with me. the video game's little C with the tail on it, Nakainu.
Not for me,
Why is it only mine?
because you're on a Mac.
Just
Well,
before we
fuck
get
you
to
two.
just before we get to Naka with video games, why is your name Weekend?
Well, I chose 2 names, and which my friend was like, just choose 2 names. So I was like, everybody loves weekends and everybody loves wolves. So I mean, like, put those 2 together, you got a rockin' name, buddy.
You've got alliteration.
You've got alliteration, eh?
Alliteration over there.
Yeah.
But it's been 5 minutes and you haven't said sorry.
Freaking, I remember watching that movie, The Mighty Max, and the one scene, like, oh, they're gonna go for 2, eh? I think they're in Wisconsin, like, oh, they're gonna go for 2, eh? They were very emphatic about their accent. It was so funny.
Anyway,
enough fun of making fun of the Canadians, because I remember I think it was the 2014 World Cup, which Germany won, and I got one of their winning jerseys. But I think it was U.S. beat Ghana 2-0, and one of my tennis coaches was from Ghana, and we just gave him shit about that when we beat them. He's just like, I don't care, shut up.
For the record, Krüz, you do realize that a year ago, Canadians took great pleasure in asking what person we were voting for as president, just so you know.
Yeah, well, they've got a guy who says person kind, so I think we're good, okay? Person kind. We've been saying mankind since the dawn of time, and we've been pretty damn sure that's not misogynistic. Damn. I'm just saying, not as someone who's trying to be like anti-PC, but someone who's very advocating for the English language despite my inability to speak it.
Anyway, Naka.
Anyway, go.
Criminy, can I go now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been waiting here.
I'm sorry. It's just we're having so much fun. But just go, Naka. We'll be sure to pay attention.
Hey, Demon Dark Wolf. Hi.
All right. First things first in video games this week, we have a game that I've never heard of. It would be Fear Effect Sedna. Sedna mode.
And guest.
And guest.
Fear Effect Sedna, which I don't want to keep saying every time, so I'll just say FES.
Okay.
Is an upcoming indie RPG developed by Sushi, S-U-S-H-E-E, and published by Forever Entertainment under license from Square Enix Collective. The game's development was funded via a Kickstarter campaign, and it is the 3rd installment in the Fear Effect series. It'll be released on the 6th of March for Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Hello. It's a cult classic franchise that originally started on the PSX, well, PSX meaning the original PlayStation. The PSX is its code name because it was like going to be the PlayStation Entertainment System or whatever. I don't know the exact terms. I just like calling it the PSX. But they've used that as a base, and they're continuing the story, being updated for a 2018 feel. Each character has their own unique controls and weapons and everything. As I said, this is a continuation of the story. It is not a remaster that is coming out sometime later this year. But this title does come out on the 6th of March.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. I believe Sushi is a French studio.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Sushi.
Anyway, what do you have to say regarding this video game? It's not something that, I'm interested in, but I tried finding interested.
I like how you went away from your mic to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Hide! Just say it from a quiet place and hide!
No, weekend. What would you have to say about this weekend?
So, I ended up looking at the trailer like as soon as you sent the thing to me, and I was looking at it going like, I think I've seen like a bunch of games that are like based off of this. Or not based off of it, but this is based off of like multiple different games where it's like it's stealth and it's all that kind of third person kind of stuff. And not third person, bird's eye. But anyways, it looks pretty cool, like something out of like I can't remember the name of the show, but I won't dwell on it. But it's definitely got that animation style and the amount of humor in it, for sure. Do it. I like
Oh,
this.
really?
There's a lot of humor in it. You have no idea.
Oh, I was trying to look at it. I was trying to pay attention, but it just didn't really come off as interesting as I really wanted to. But yeah. But anyway, do you have anything else to say? Do you have anything to say, Krüz, Shutter? I know you're not a big fan of video games, but Krüz.
Yeah. What? Yeah, Scarfy just takes the assumption that I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Well, I mean, like you don't like video games. I mean, you've made it clear.
You heathen! It's like or fucking. What is it?
No, but
Helsing,
really,
Helsing Abridged. Hey,
I-
you Protestant fuck bucket.
no, but really, but we love Shutter. We don't
Protestant whore.
we don't even care if he doesn't really like video games. We love him for who he is.
Look, he's
Do you
got
have
his
anything
own
to say?
hobbies,
Even
dude.
if
I'm
he's
not going to
fucking
force my
wrong.
shit on him.
I know. Do you have anything to say regarding this Shutter or no?
I like that. You know, it's pretty much the same thing as everything else.
All right, Mr. Nihilism.
See, now he bought me a he bought me a slushie yesterday. I'm not going to force him into playing all of my favorite video games.
You bought me a slushy. Talk.
I'm not going to do that to somebody who bought me something.
You know what?
Good God.
I will.
You know, forgive me for a little bit on a lot of this stuff too. Is you know, the amount of time I actually had to research this. I only found out yesterday while I was up in Seattle that I was going to be on this show.
Yeah,
And
because
then,
I was there.
Yeah, and then
Naka just asked, "Hey, can Shutter be on the show?" And I'm like, "Sure, what the hell?"
Right there, you're like, oh, you're gonna be on the show, man. Like,
yeah. Right on top of also doing the post for the photos from yesterday, all that stuff. So like my time
Picking up the
was like,
dog, doing work on your car,
yeah.
noticing that your windshield got chipped,
yeah.
not caring about Scribblenauts Showdown. Spoiler alert.
Wait, did anyone have anything else to say about Fear Effect Sedna or?
Well, I was gonna say, when my friend was over for my birthday, he was about to pull out of my driveway, and I was like, wait, stop, your bumper is dragging. He's like, shit. My brother tried to fix that, and so I just took the bungee cords out of my car. We fixed it. We're just like,
Knock as a
Fuck
recruiter.
it, let's go. yeah. Our recruiter set. But yeah, I think some people were upset about this, apparently. They're like, what the fuck? It's nothing like the original. I mean, I think it's one of those games where it's like, you can't really blame people for not being into it because you're like, you have to have known the original to understand the hype for the new one, kind of thing. It's one of those deals. But I like the look, the aesthetic of it, at least. But I mean, I like to prioritize my games because I think, I don't know for sure, but the next game for Switch I might get is Bayonetta. I kind of want to get that, but I don't have enough to get that right now.
Oh,
Who to
anyway.
F is using Switch? Add me, bruh.
That would be me. I was just taking a look around. Anyway, do you want to move on to the next
Research.
video
To
game?
Scribblenauts Showdown. Yes, we're moving on.
Okay.
Wow, a party version of Scribblenauts. Sign me up, maybe. It's basically Mario Party for sensible people.
Or for people who
or
don't want
so
to
it
end their
seems.
friendships. Take
Take your turn, play a minigame based on the formula of Scribblenauts. Formula is create objects, people, animals, etc. with nouns, adjectives, and verbs. Think of Mad Libs in a way. Imagine making a giant red hammer to fight someone with a small blue sword. Or, playing rock, paper, scissors. Your paper. Rival is rock. They create a flamethrower. Flamethrower beats paper. Laser beats flamethrower. Giant acid pit beats laser. so on and so forth. That was the damn trailer.
Or it's
And,
Dalmatian beats flamethrower.
Dalmatian
Yeah,
beats
that was-
flamethrower. There we go.
Firefighters. Right. That's the thing.
That'll be fun. The game releases on the 6th of March for the Switch, which is Nintendo's basically kind of a primary outlet along with the PC for Scribblenauts games, along with Xbox One and PS4, and those are their first releases.
I'm looking at the graphic on the video. What is that on the bottom left?
And that's a you. They put your likeness in the game without consulting you. Sue them.
Yes, but you have blue eyes, not yellow.
Blue eyes, white woo.
Oh God.
It's a wolf squirting something.
I think it's water.
I'm pretty sure it's something else.
Use your imagination.
That's white
Action
ketchup.
on risk.
Imagination. I don't see it. Oh my God.
I can kind of see it, but it'd be one of those things where anatomy is not quite correct by a long
No
shot.
Don't you think it's kind of coincidental that he's using a red bottle as well?
Oh my God.
Fuck off.
That does not look like ketchup coming out of that bottle.
It's time to stop.
It's water.
It's a fire hose.
We all know it's water.
I really think it's water. But anyway,
It's a
We
fire
all know
hose.
it's water.
Oh, it needs to be
Fire hose,
vodka.
really.
does anyone have anything else to say? I mean, like Scribblenauts is the equivalent of Art Academy.
Nuts.
Scribblenauts.
But like,
Yeah.
is it art?
Seriously. Let's get a closer look at this.
It's a fire hose. It's a fire hose.
It's a fire hose,
and
guys.
it's his armpit. Not his crouch.
All right, go to normal size. Anyway,
Going back to normal
just-
size.
Oh yeah, go back to normal size. Don't make it all exaggerated like you would find on the FA.
Dang it.
Let's not get too meta on here.
Anyway, does anyone have anything to say about Scribblenauts? Because it's literally nothing to me. I mean,
I was
it's
about to
just, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say I never really was into Scribblenauts, especially for the first game that came out. I tried drawings, or like I tried searching stuff up, and like nothing would come up, and I'd be like, "Oh dear."
You're not allowed to search for titty penis beer.
No. I tried typing in beer, and then next thing you know, it didn't do the beer, and I was just like, "Well, wait a
Why?
minute. Why wouldn't it give me the beer?" And then I realized, "Oh, wait, look at the rating on this game. I don't think so."
Rated E for everyone.
Exactly. Everyone does not mean everybody.
Beer for everyone.
Look, I'm drinking apple juice. Now it's OJ. Now it's beer. Now it's a Nestle Crunch Bar. And now it's Nappa's Head. Where? Wait, what the hell? DBZ.
It depends
Abridged.
on the beer. How do you spell it? BEER or BIER?
Depends on the country, I guess. This one
Please
says
spell beer BEER.
it is loud Canadian.
Goddamn Canadian jokes.
Hey, let's not be Canadian. Your beer sucks.
Actually, ours is a little bit stronger than yours. That's
I
why we
believe
call
it.
yours water.
Well, that's Coors. Okay.
Coors.
Forget Coors
Budweiser.
exists. That's
Coors
Water
Light is
is
basically
water.
just water with calories.
seriously,
Exactly.
Seriously, even Keystone is
Miller.
better. Keystone is better than Coors Light.
Bush.
Budweiser is literally piss. Don't
You
even
mean
drink it.
Pissweiser?
I don't
Oh.
have Budweiser. Nope.
You come to
Molson.
Portland. You come to Portland, Oregon, and those corporate
Microbreweries.
piss water is you won't. They're not liked here.
Hey, yeah, come over here and get some Natty Bow on.
Get some Alexander Keiths or
Get
some
some,
Molson.
get some Natty Bow.
Does
Get
anyone
some
have
respect
anything
to
else
the
to
O's
say?
watch the O's game.
come over to Portland, Oregon, where you can find a microbrew almost on every other block.
Does anyone else have anything to say about Scribblenauts before we move on?
No.
All right,
I'm not
let's
sure.
move on.
I think my sister had one of the other games, but I don't know. It doesn't catch my attention as much as the little game snippets did, which is also for apparently. It was really
moving on. We're moving on to oh my god, Final Fantasy 15. What? This game's already out. It's just an update. Final Fantasy 15 is now releasing on Windows PC on the 6th of March, also including Gordon Freeman from Half-Life. Good God, Valve, make an actual game and stop making DLC for other games. Moving on, it's just a PC release.
Why is it 100 gigs though?
Because because game creators don't compress their files anymore. If they compress their files, it'd have a smaller space. But
this is why I don't get digital games. I buy the games on disc.
It's still gonna install.
You still have to install them on PS4
It's gonna take
and
up
Xbox.
space.
Yeah.
That's why I got a 2 terabyte drive.
It takes up more space.
I know, but like, why?
I don't know. 100 gigs is too much. Right?
I don't want to buy another hard drive.
Jeez.
I had to make 70 gigabytes for GTA 5, and that's the most that's the bulkiest game on my hard drive, and that's all I'm keeping it to. Anyway, okay, moving on to
Next.
we're moving on to Gravel, which is something that came out of the blue. Something like probably 6 months ago, I started hearing about this, and it's very interesting. Kick up some dust in the off-road racing game Gravel. Be a Gravel channel star, not an actual TV channel, mind you, and beat the masters around the world in the most extreme and spectacular competition ever. Explore exotic locations, drive iconic vehicles in extreme conditions, defy the champions, become the ultimate off-road master. Will you be able to steal the show? Unleashing the full power of the Unreal Engine 4. Gravel bestows each location with an unprecedented level of detail and makes the competition fun for everyone. Photorealistic graphics, dynamic time of day and weather system, accessible physics that can be enjoyed by everybody, breathtaking locations where the player can race at full speed, rushing through forests, snowing mountains, dunes, deserts, along with impressive lighting and particle effects. This is looking incredibly good. And if I can afford it, I will be getting it for you, and I will be doing a review ASAP, because this releases in 2 days. This releases on Tuesday. It's on the 27th.
Ooh.
By the way, if you do pre-order, you're going to get the, I believe it's the Porsche 959 Group B car, and the Porsche 924 GTS rally car.
Really interesting.
Yes.
Ooh.
You say this looks like
Very interesting.
I think it's the most off-road, emphatic game since what was it? It wasn't Hydro something. It was,
Hydro Thunder.
Yeah, Off-Road Thunder. That's what it's called. It's the most emphatic off-road game since Off-Road Thunder.
Well, since this is more about racing and everything, it's kind of a spin-off of the Dirt series, even though it's made by separate people.
Yeah, I could say, yeah.
I like the look of it, at least, charging through a fucking
Oh,
river.
nice.
It's very
Yeah, I
nice.
put the trailer on it. It's actually quite interesting.
Nice.
Also makes me want to do the real thing.
Oh, the real thing, it's a lot. There's a lot of danger stuff.
Yeah, I've done.
Yeah.
I've done
former bosses did road rallying like that. It's like
I've done ATVs in Utah in the middle of the desert, going 60 miles an hour, kicking up a cloud of dust behind you. It's just you take off your helmet and it's just your face is just layered with dust. It's just so much fun. It was so much fun.
gravel.
Gravel and dust. Eat dirt.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, gravel was pretty much I-5 yesterday. Thus the cracked windshield.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. This part when it snows here, they just lay down sand that's about the size of a dime, and the gravel's like the size of a diamond, just Just
That's what they do in Germany on the sidewalks.
yeah.
Scorpy, do you have anything else to say?
Quite large pieces of gravel.
Regarding
Like, that's
gravel,
not-
no, actually, yeah, I looked at it. It looks very interesting. I thought it had a lot of interesting driving mechanics. I don't know how this is going to separate from, like, say, what was that one game where it was like, because I see a lot of it feels like I see a lot of trucks. You know, there was like this one game that was played on like the like the SNES, and I was trying to, and I forgot what it was called, but it was like you basically like was on this track and you like used, and you were like racing, and you were like using it to race other things, and I forgot what it was called, but it was like road rage or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of reminding me of that, but I know it's not that. But I do appreciate it for what it is and what it's trying to be, and I wouldn't be surprised if it became a bestseller. It's not going to surprise me at all.
Hopefully it becomes a bestseller. I'm really hoping this game does well.
Yeah. Basically.
I assume
that's-
I assume that is all everybody has to say.
Yep.
Pretty much so.
Yep.
All right, we are moving on to Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Italione.
There's no like official graphic for this, so Krüz, you improvise, and that's fine with me. You just use the standard Assetto Corsa, which is fine. This is just an announcement, but a big one at that. Other than the WRC, Formula 1, and NASCAR license, there's not a whole lot of racing games with being backed by an official series. In the world of GT3 racing, which is some of the best sports car racing out there, there really isn't a video game out there that isn't the subscription-based iRacing. Until now. Early access for Assetto Corsa Competizione comes out this summer and is going to be the new official game of the Blancpain GT series. I am a geek and I will be picking this up when it becomes available because I am a huge nerd about racing, and the way you can get your hands into GT3 racing and everything is by doing SCCA racing at your local SCCA sanctioned track. But no, I'm looking forward to this. Anybody's thoughts?
I'm sorry. We're trying not to like make crickets here, but like
I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm just seeing so many racing games come out, and I'm just like, which one do I do first? Shit.
I know, like you were stoked
That's what it's me,
when
'cause
Forza Horizon was coming out.
I love the Need for Speed series, and I kind of want to get Forza 7, but I'm just like, wait, shit, which one do I get? Which one is actually the one to get? And I figured you would know, and they just keep throwing all these other ones out. And I'm like, what do I do?
They keep coming out.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
I love that song so fucking much. I love that song.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so I assume that is all because it's just an announcement.
Yes.
I just can't figure out the damn spoiler on that car.
That is for more
like,
downforce.
What the hell is that?
Best spoiler.
Italiano! It's the best spoiler in the world! Fuck you! Oh, fuck you! Praise the sun!
I've purchased that car. If you're trying to figure out the spoiler, I've purchased that car in Forza. It's
The Ferrari FXXK, so go FXXK yourself.
I like the fat in the logo.
It's overpriced.
It really is.
It's overpriced for what it is.
All right, so
Zinc Awesome is right down at the bottom.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
What are you running? Where are you going?
Something else?
I am going to request some silence for a few minutes because this is going to get very personal, but at least in a good way.
A quality fanboy session.
The news that broke, I believe this was Tuesday this week, really made my day. Ladies and gentlemen, Burnout Paradise is going to be back. It is being remastered. And I have provided a slideshow to go along with this. I was able to get a copy of Burnout Paradise for the Xbox 360 before I left America for the at the time. I started to play the shit out of it because it was that fun until my original Xbox 360 red ringed, which basically bricked the damn thing.
Rip.
I lost all of my progress until the summer of 2009 when we returned to America. Thanks 2008 recession for making a 3-year business adventure only 1 year. Before that, however, I actually never knew about the initial update that tweaked the physics, known as the Cagney update. It wouldn't have been smart to get an Xbox 360 in Hong Kong anyway, having to deal with like power converters and inverters and shit, and finding a legitimate Xbox in the first place because street markets, they exist and they're fun. And so I'd begun anew with a new Xbox with no data transferred over. Slowly over the next few years, I had obtained the DLC that actually meant stuff to the game, including the map expansion known as Big Surf Island, along with the new game mode Cops and Robbers that had 33 police cars. Multiplayer was great fun as well, with after all the updates and everything, with a total of 500 multiplayer challenges to complete. I've only managed to complete 119 and all that stuff. I even know the trick to get the sponsor cars on the physical copy of the PS3 and Xbox 360. If you have trouble with that, let me know. I will be able to help with that. In 2014, I bought the PC version to have fun and piss about with my friends who play on PC. However, for unknown reasons, the PC PD and Big Surf Island DLCs were cut for whatever reason. And again, when the news hit on Tuesday, I about shit my pants. Burnout Paradise Remastered is coming on March 16th for Xbox One and PS4 with all DLC as standard, remastered graphics, the same soundtrack as the original, and to top it off, 4K 60-frame gameplay if you have a PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X. And the best bit is, you're not even going to have to pay $60 for the whole thing. For $40 for both physical and digital copies, you get the base game, which is pretty big to begin with. You get the legendary cars. You get the bikes update. You get the toy cars update. You get the boost special pack. You get the PCPD Cops and Robbers update. And you get the map expansion along with the cars that go with it. And you might be wondering, well, hey, you said it was for the PC. Where's the PC release? That is currently in the works, and it will also feature all the DLC for the first time in an official release for the PC. There's ways to get about that, to get that DLC, but it's very fucky, and it's not official, so yeah, no, just don't bother with it. And you bet your ass I will be playing this shit all throughout my spring break, which is the last week of March. Don't even think about bothering me. I'll have been taken back down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the cars are pretty fast. And a heads up to EA Access owners, a 10-hour limitless trial. Well, your limit is 10 hours, but you can pretty much do anything you want in the game, including multiplayer, I believe. Don't quote me on multiplayer, but that's going to be released on March 9th if you have EA Access. If you're going to be like me, take advantage of it, because your progress will be able to be carried over to the full release on March 16th.
So whatever you get done when you have
it will carry over.
That is clutch.
It was like that with Need for Speed Payback, and even Need for Speed 2015, is that when you had the trial, you could play up to a certain point, but your progress would carry over.
It's kind of like the reverse of a new game plus kind of thing. And again, with the games, I mean, I know how much you love Burnout, and I love, like, I feel like I should play a Burnout game, and I feel like this might be the opportunity to do that. So I'm going to add this to my list. I don't know when.
Just make sure you finish Okami first.
Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to get it. Yeah, I'm probably going to finish Okami way before then. But
how far are you in that game anyway?
Holy robot, Scarfy.
Yeah, I think I just got the what was the last one? The dragon or the bunny thing? The water spout. I think that was the last
water
thing.
spout. Okay.
I think that's where I am.
Okay. Do I sound like a robot or?
No, it was
Not
just that
anymore.
one
It's just
moment.
an internet thing now.
All right, I was just
Yeah.
making sure.
Hey,
Regarding Burnout Paradise, what were you gonna say?
I've gotten a few Need for Speed games in my day, so I feel like I've gotten enough of those. Because like when I had the GameCube, my favorite game to play on it was Need for Speed Underground 2, and since then I got like Shift, Hot Pursuit, Rivals, and I think
Hot Pursuit
Shift,
was made by the people who made Burnout Paradise.
yeah, and Shift and Carbon. Yeah, so I feel like I probably like Burnout at least to a degree.
And the 2012 release of Most Wanted was also made by the same people who made Burnout Paradise.
Yeah, so probably should probably be able to guide me quite well on this.
Homo.
I've got a secret.
That freaking. Why do I know that song? I'm definitely gonna seriously consider picking this up because I think I probably put this ahead of Need for Speed Payback as much as I love the Slayer unintended reference of that. God hates us all. I feel like I should, give it a chance because I've never actually played Burnout, so I'd like to do that. But it looks like they've got, and that's another thing I'm kind of worried about. Like, is the thing where they actually have the shit is included? Like, you don't have to buy like a $30 season pass or some shit like that.
No, there's actually only one DLC that isn't included, which is the Time Savers Pack. If you're basically you want all the cards at the start, you buy the Time Savers Pack. I'm not even sure if they're actually going to carry it over, or they're basically just going to tell people, hey, you know what? You actually have to progress through the game and actually feel satisfied, which is fine with me because there was never loot boxes in this game to begin with, and there's not going to be.
We want users to feel a sense of accomplishment by
Except they're-
unlocking a new car. Go fuck yourself.
Except they're actually trying to actually make that feeling valid by not having loot boxes. And that's the best bit about it, is that this game never had loot boxes to begin with, and it's not going to.
You know the one thing that I really do not like about the one thing I don't really like about DLC. It's like remember those days where you have to like earn, where all the characters you got. Now you have to buy them. It's like
I know. That's the thing, like, especially with Star Wars Battlefront. It's like you can either, win it, or like earn it, or pay to play, which is just kind of like fucked.
Do you have anything? Yeah.
You can either earn it by grinding, 25,000 hours, or just pay $10,000 to unlock it. Like,
Oh, one thing. I'm not sure if the Time Savers Pack is included, but if it is and you decide to buy it, you're going to miss out on collecting 74 cars. 74!
so if you get the time saver, you won't be able to get those at all.
No, if you get the Time Saver, they'll still show up when you unlock a car, but you can still drive it, so you can take down a car that you technically bought with real money, with the car when it's supposed to be the car that you're supposed to earn by progress.
So it just kind of breaks the game, kind of thing.
It sort of breaks the game, but it doesn't cause it to freeze. Thankfully,
you already unlocked it, so it just gives it to you, even though you already have it.
Do you have anything to say regarding this weekend?
That's what happens when you try to have a confucklement of DLCs. And I think my former coworker Goblin at the metal working shop for that word. He's like, fleek is never a word. Now confucklement, at least you can trace that to its origins.
Anyway, let's let other people speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sure. So for this game, I've always liked Burnout. I've definitely liked the Burnout. I like the Burnout series, man. Like the Burnout. I can't remember which one I was playing. I think it was for PS2.
That was probably either the first one, the second one, the third one, or the third one, which is known as Takedown, the fourth one, which is known as Revenge, or the spin-off title Dominator.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was Takedown.
Oh, the best one.
Burnout 3, yeah. Yeah, all I know is that there was a 3 in there somewhere.
There's a tree in there somewhere.
There's a 3 in there somewhere. But yeah,
But are they gonna
that's
go
the
for
one that I
2,
kind
eh?
of started with, and that kind of got me hooked on the game. Now, I didn't know about this one, or actually, I must have been like living under a rock when this game came out, and then when I saw this, and I was just like, yay! Something for my computer to run! So,
Like, the original Burnout Paradise isn't even that intensive on the computer anyway, and it still looks great.
yeah,
Really?
that's the whole thing. Like, I'm looking at it now, and I'm just like, yeah, sure. Like, I could see the upgraded textures and shit like that, but
Like,
then
you
other
can,
than that,
the images that are, like, fading in and out, those are captured on the Xbox One S with the backwards compatible version. And it's only 1080, but it's still very good looking, even 10 years after its release.
exactly. And yeah,
And with the
I'm a
remaster
fan
is
of
just
it.
going to make
Yeah,
they're going to make those lines even crisper, and it's going to make it look so much better, even though it already looks great.
Even crispier.
Just a quick question: Is this particular game Xbox exclusive?
Oh, it is
No.
not. It is not.
Oh, so you can buy it on the PS4 if you wanted to.
Yes,
And
it's
PC.
coming out for the PS4. I've been saying that.
I think it's
Oh, I forgot.
The only backwards compatible version, technically, was the one that was released for the Xbox 360, and because Microsoft, hey, we're going to have actual disc backwards compatibility on a console on the Xbox One now. So, I decided to do that, and I'm having fun playing it on my Xbox One S because
Yeah,
faster
yeah,
loading
remember-
times.
Yeah, remember Xbox? Remember Xbox? Remember Xbox? Remember Microsoft tried to make the Xbox One unable to play used games, and they realized.
And
how
then they
stupid-
realized, well, shit, we fucked up. Let's go. We took a step back.
And then PS4 pretty much like
Shut the
trolled them
bed.
so hard they basically went out into outer space and died there.
How's those Xbox One games working out for you?
Yeah. It's like curb your ego, Tom Brady. All right.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you want to?
Har.
There's not much I can say about Burnout Paradise. I have never played the game. I feel
What's wrong with you?
I never liked Xbox, man. I've always been a Nintendo.
It was
Sony
all.
fanboy.
It was on the PlayStation.
I've been a Nintendo man, and I'm
And
on
the
Team
first-
Xbox. Get good.
The first 2 titles were on the GameCube, but because EA is not a fan of Nintendo for some weird shit.
Because a lot of early Need for Speed games were on the GameCube as well. I think the first one I actually ever played was the original Need for Speed Underground on, I think it was the original PlayStation actually. And then I got
No, Underground
That-
came out on the PS2. It was never on
It's
the
PS
original PlayStation.
this PS2. Okay, it was probably PS2, and then I got the Underground 2 on GameCube. That's where I really started playing it.
Yeah, the relationship with EA and Nintendo is a bit fucky. So, anyway,
The relationship with Rare and Nintendo is kind of fucky too. But anyway,
The relationship with EA and everybody is a little fucky,
oh yeah, nowadays yes, but
but that's aside the fact.
nothing of EA and Reddit.
anyway.
Oof.
oof. Okay, I think we are going to move on to our first thoughts of Nintendo Labo because that's not coming out until 4/20. I think this is a fantastic
God,
way.
do you have a joint?
No, but I kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
The kind of
just keep
business
reading.
that you free.
Oh, neither do I.
But anyway, I think this is a great way to get kids into the science, technology, engineering, and math field. It's like if you already have a Nintendo Switch, but like I want to like build robots and do all this crazy shit and like program and everything. You could just you don't want to spend a ton of money on the Lego Mindstorms line. Nintendo Labo is for you. I really hope this actually does take off and make a good profit for Nintendo. They kind of sort of really need it right now. It's really what Iwata would have wanted to get more people involved in video games. We still have some time to wait as it releases on the Switch because it's Nintendo only on April 20th. 420 bitches, let's get crunk and play Nintendo Labo. Okay.
Yeah.
Any?
My one issue.
Oh,
I
I was
think
just.
this is
Oh.
that
All right, go ahead.
cardboard. Why, when you've had things for like Wii Sports, the racket or golf club made out of plastic, why go to cardboard now? I don't know, aside
Cheaper.
from malleability, yeah,
Cheaper.
you can fold it, but it's gonna break.
Cheaper.
And it's recyclable.
Which is in
But you're not
quotes,
gonna wanna
mind
throw
you,
it
it's
away.
It's not really cheap because Nintendo's going to charge out the wazoo for it.
Yeah, but it's
That's
cheaper
my
for them.
point.
It's cheaper for them. That's the only reason. It's cheaper for them, which means more revenue, more money.
You're just gonna have to be careful to not break it. If
Pretty
you
much. And
You break
another
it, you
thing-
buy it, you break it. You're fucking
I have-
away.
You just have to be careful that your cat doesn't sit on it.
So I have a few things to talk about with Nintendo Labo. When this trailer, first came up, I'm like, really? Like, this is going to be the next hot holiday item that parents are gonna want to like rush out in the freaking cold on Thanksgiving to buy them, and I'm like,
Yes. Yes,
I don't know.
absolutely.
Did
Hey,
Nintendo
children, here's cardboard.
I mean,
sticking the mud about motion controls? Holy shit!
And
I
you
mean,
can go to
like,
Lowe's
I
for
mean,
you can
I
get
don't
a
know.
cardboard box for $1.59.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like you can still take like cardboard pieces and just study cardboard and actually, spend time just, making your own cardboard based off of Nintendo's designs. And don't get me wrong, it's by no means perfect, but at the same time, I really feel like you can spend like just a couple bucks on cardboard yourself, if you're a DIY person.
it's not going to have
that
all the
kind of-
switches and toggles on the inside.
Oh, trust
And
me.
you know what? I'll just make my own out of the beer cases.
Yep. Just make mine
There we
natty
go.
boo pieces. Just make
But
mine. Oh, natty boo.
I need to ask you guys a genuine question, and this is a very genuine question. As gamers, excluding Shudder, because I don't really know if he games,
Yes, Murphy, stop assuming that I'm not going to answer the questions.
all right. All right, so I do have one theory. Do you really think that this game is going to sell out as compared to, say, Amiibo? Because I don't really think so.
No,
No.
not quite to the level of Amiibo. I think unless they find a way to incorporate Amiibo into this, I don't think so.
Naka?
What? Well,
Do you think
Amiibo is
it'll-
a different thing. Amiibo, it's basically an RFID chip. It's like, oh, hey, you can take your save game with you, but that's... And then, oh, hey, it looks pretty. But, with this, it's like, oh my god, I'm actually learning how to do things while playing video games. This is the best thing ever.
No, but I mean in terms of, say, do you think it'll like sell out in
Mr.
terms of sales?
Roboto.
Oh God, how do I sound?
Better.
You sound very loud, like you're breathing into the microphone.
Yeah, because I don't want to sound like a fucking robot.
You did a little bit.
Internet thing.
It's an internet thing, not, speaking closer. Far away from the microphone.
No, well, I do, but I meant,
do this.
but I really meant in terms of sales. Do you think that this particular item is going to sell more than Amiibo? Because I don't really think so.
Well, Amiibo's been around for a lot longer. However, but if it shows like on track with Amiibo, I think it'll be a success.
Weekend?
Well, I mean, compared to the Amiibos, I don't think so. It's cardboard. I don't think
No.
anyone's going to find any kind of like unless you're really into the whole engineering stuff, then go for it. But then other than that, I think people are just going to kind of stay away from it or just buy one model, realize it's not what they really wanted out of it, and then they'll just kind of toss it into the
No.
recycling.
I mean, I I mean, I don't want to say like it'll not sell because I really do
No.
want Nintendo to succeed.
Yeah,
But, you know,
like I'm not saying it won't sell. I'm not saying it won't sell. I know it's gonna sell.
Really, I wouldn't know because like it feels like something that you would give to a little kid, not just something that I would play, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna sell. Probably not on the whole market
Yes.
that they want, but
It's for
You know.
Nintendo's younger users. It's probably
Yeah.
for more of the kids to play because it's cardboard. It's safe for them to, break or whatever if they do break it.
exactly.
Then again, now
Probably-
that I think, now
It's
that
probably
I
smarter because it's not plastic because they're not actually going to throw a fucking golf club into their parents' face.
no,
Not
yeah.
to say that's happened, but I think it's someone posted something and said, remember in 2006 or something when Wii came out and the world forgot how to hold on to something to the point that Nintendo had to make these shock absorbing condoms for the Wii remotes.
That's pretty much what they were. Nobody uses the Wiimote jackets.
They
I
were
use
just like,
I have the Wiimote jackets. What are you talking about? I use them all the time.
So I guess you
have them,
have a long black Wiimote with the Wii Motion Plus at
yes,
the base.
I do.
I have
That
I have
comes
the,
with a Wiimote jacket for the
I have the-
long
I did,
black
but my dog
Wiimote.
ate it.
I have the built-in. I don't have the extension. I have the
You do
built-in.
not have the Wii Motion Plus at the base of the long black Wiimote. Did I mention long and black?
What are you, Cards
and
Against Humanity?
pretty damn hard, I gotta say.
Oh boy, gotta be hard.
Oh boy.
The innuendos. The innuendos.
And it's up against some stiff competition here, eh? But
Anyway, that's all I have to say regarding.
yeah, we
Nintendo
had those Wii
Labo.
remote jackets, but my dog ate them pretty much, or just bit through them. Didn't use any
Doesn't it
teething.
And that's how Wii Remote babies come out. No, but
Anyway,
imagine if
Who
your
saw
battery.
that coming?
No, imagine like, could you imagine in the middle of an intense like gameplay session and then your Wiimote batteries die and it's like, well, that sucks. Well, it's like, well, good thing it's not a pacemaker, or else you would be dead.
Wii remote, Wii pacemaker, the game.
Wii pacemaker.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. If you don't revive me, I'll actually die.
All right, I'm done with games for a few weeks, so we're gonna move it on to a trailer I keep seeing all over the damn place, and I'm not saying that in a bad way.
speaking of 420,
69.
The kind of business set you free.
who the hell's whistling?
I have
don't know.
I think it's the man who bought me a slushie the other day.
Oh, shudder. Okay.
No. Not me.
Hey, but yes, slushy, I can whistle all the hell damn day I won't.
Can I start reading?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You can start.
All right, let's move on to our movies. Let's move on to our movies that are being released for the weeks ahead. David Oyelowo in a comedy. This better be good. Gringo is an upcoming American action comedy film directed by Nash Edgerton, the brother of actor Joel Edgerton, and written by Anthony Tambakis. I don't know how you pronounce it, but whatever. And Matthew Stone. The film stars David Oyelowo, Charlize Theron, Joel Edgerton, Amanda Seyfried, Thandie Newton, and Sharlto Copley. An exhilarating mix of dark comedy, white-knuckle action, and dramatic intrigue, Gringo joyrides into Mexico, where a mild-mannered businessman, Harold Soyinka, finds himself at the mercy of his backstabbing business colleagues back home, local drug lords, and a moral, conflicted black ops mercenary. Crossing the line from law-abiding citizen to wanted criminal, Harold battles to survive his increasingly dangerous situation in ways that raise the question: is he out of his depth or 2 steps ahead? First off, I need to mention that David Oyelowo is a very established artistic as well as Oscar-nominated film actor, so it is interesting to see. His biggest well-known role was probably playing Martin Luther King Jr. in the critically acclaimed film Selma. No disrespect to his career, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He certainly did not pass up the script for anything, and I've seen him in interviews of really liking the script. However, the biggest concern that I have is that it's a comedy. And comedies, unless really well written or well acted, tend to not be so hot in the film industry. However, if you're interested in the film will be released not on 420, but actually March 9th. Does anyone have anything to say?
June. It couldn't have been June 9th because then I would have been 69.
Anyway,
69.
is there anything you guys want to say regarding this film?
The first thing that my thought, and my dad kind of actually said this, I'm like, he's like, why is it called Gringo if the dude's black? I'm like, I don't know.
You were also forgetting Spaceballs, Scarfy.
Spaceballs, the newspaper. Spaceballs, the network. Spaceballs, the lunchbox.
I don't know what you mean.
Spaceballs,
Have
the
you not?
breakfast cereal.
Wait. Are you meaning to tell me and everybody else watching and all the people that are here listening to us that you don't understand that Spaceballs is a comedy?
I know Spaceballs is a comedy, but I don't know how that ties into this movie.
It says, well, Shutter said in the chat, comedy that did well, Airplane and Naked Gun, and Spaceballs.
Yeah, Spaceballs is actually out.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know. I've never seen Spaceballs.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you complain about not seeing a bunch of movies, but you actually see Spaceballs.
I'm not
You haven't
complaining
seen
about...
you
him
haven't
not-
seen the Blues Brothers and you haven't seen Spaceballs, yet you ride my ass
gosh.
because I haven't seen a brand new movie.
Yeah,
Michael
pretty much.
Winslow is
Because
Oh
it's
my
classic
gosh.
movies.
The Blues Brothers. Oh my gosh. And you know what always would become the sequel to it was An American Werewolf in London.
Oh, Lord, how that would have flopped. Anyway,
I'm
do you want me to...
glad John Lyons didn't go that route.
Okay.
It
Does
looks...
anyone...
All right, I have some
Alan
thoughts I
on
need to
here.
say.
Guys.
What?
Go ahead, Naka.
It looks half interesting, and Charlize Theron in a comedy aspect, that's going to be interesting to see. I'll just give it that. That might alone just be like, well, how did Charlize Theron do in this movie? She was the honorary starter at the Daytona 500. Well, she was actually, but, you know, if she does well, maybe she also has a bit for comedy films along with action and being a kick-ass blonde chick.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want
Anybody else?
Weekend, do you have anything else to say regarding this movie?
I don't.
I was waiting for my turn. Okay.
Oh, no, wait for turn. Oh, no, he no here. No, we can't. We can no here. Consuela need more lemon pledge.
Oh my gosh.
Consuela, where's Weekend?
No here.
Mr. Superman.
This seems like a movie. This seems like a movie I would definitely go to see, preferably with a friend.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those, you know, go to a movie, go with a friend, have some fun, get drunk, whatever.
Have some laughs.
Exactly.
More like the kind of movie I'd probably just watch at home with some weed.
Some weed.
Wait, do you actually just a quick question, do you actually own weed?
Own.
Yeah, own.
It's legal in Oregon.
There's like 10 weed shops right near my house.
It's becoming
And,
legal in Canada.
Apparently, and also is kind of like a plug for just my favorite music, but the music, or it's not really the music video, but like the video Testament did for Canna Business, had featured something about weed maps, I think, because they're from California, from like
Oh yeah, I've heard of weed maps.
Yeah. So they're like talk about that, and it's basically it's a very pro weed song, but it's very in a very the good talking points like so the sick remain alive while all the rest get high. It's like it's a pretty good song. The whole album is good.
Yeah.
Really excited to see Testament later this summer. Yes, David Oyelowo. His name kind of lends itself to it.
Does anyone have
yeah.
anything to say regarding Gringo? I do apologize, but we need to stay on topic.
Yeah, just
Okay.
sludge metal.
All right. I do apologize, but I'm sure you guys
We
got
do
my
have a
message this morning.
We do have a lot to get through. We've got another 3.5 pages, 2.5 pages actually.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Let's move on to our next. Next film.
Hey,
Holy robot.
We're losing him. We're springing off.
We're losing them, boys. Let's bring them.
I hate
Holy
everyone.
shit.
You really hate
That
me?
brought your internet back.
It's like,
BRB.
Oh boy. Well,
Scarfy fell off the planet.
Oof.
oof. So,
He's back.
he's back already? Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Who's back?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
he's got it.
Back again.
Scarfy's back. He just fell in my dam.
Hello, friend.
I was about. I do actually have improvised plays to share. I do
Can
have.
you shut up, Krüz?
Nako was the one talking before me.
Yes, but you were interrupting me.
Well, you are interrupting him. Do not interrupt me when I am interrupting you.
I always have improvised plans where I just show off some random shit that I've captured either on Xbox or through the Microsoft Game Bar.
You're not doing that.
No, if the off chance that somebody dies and I need to entertain people for like 10 minutes, that's what I do.
An intermission.
All right. Well,
It's
I'm
essentially an
gonna move on-
intermission.
I'm gonna move on to our next trailer. Wow, this film looks so well shot, so well acted, and the production design is amazing. Oops, I got ahead of myself. Thoroughbreds is a 2017 American drama thriller film written and directed by Corey Finley in his directorial debut. It stars Olivia Cook, Anya Taylor-Joy, the late Anton Yelchin, Paul Sparks, and Francie Swift. The film had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival in January. Two upper-class teenage girls in suburban Connecticut, one who feels nothing and one who feels everything, rekindle their unlikely friendship after years of growing apart. Together, they hatch a plan to solve both of their problems no matter what the cost, even if it means hiring a gun person to kill Lily's father, or turning the tables to kill him themselves. Sadly, this is the last film that Anton Yelchin ever played in before his tragic accident at his Hollywood home. So if you loved Anton Yelchin, this is his last film before he passed away. So you might as well go see it. I basically said the same thing twice. Go figure. Oops. One other thing I will mention is that the film has been getting some modest reviews, very positive. The acting looks great. The film looks well shot. And the set and production design make the film look believable and adds a surreal yet dim prettiness to it. So you know what? I'm happy this film is coming out. If people actually come see this film, I'll be pretty surprised and might actually check it out at the Laemmle Theater. Basically, if you don't know what Laemmle is, Laemmle was one of the first Jewish film... he was basically one of the first film people when movies came to be. Another talk for another time. If you're interested, the film releases on March 9th as well. Anything you guys want to say regarding this trailer?
All right, that's whatever I think of when I hear the word thoroughbred. What? It's a thorough amount of bread.
I just think of horse. I don't know, because I grew up in
Balmer
near Pimlico.
Look in the upper right corner.
Bread. It's a thorough. That's
Oh my
It's
god.
a thorough amount of
quite a
bread.
thoroughbred you got there. But yeah,
What?
thoroughbred. Ding. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, but it pretty much looks like, very much like Kyle said. Like, looks. I agree. Kind of looks like Parent Trap to me, except maybe a little darker. Because who knows if they succeed or not in killing their parents, which I guess is they plan. They do. I don't know. I mean, New Englanders. I mean, you got to watch out because I lived in New England for a little while and. They stab you in the back at the least provocation. But who knows? Connecticut got nothing else to do other than go to high-end schools. And it's backstabbing competition in there, I can confirm. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the motivation for people to kill each other.
Does any
I don't know.
Weekend? Do you have anything to say regarding this trailer? Or...
No, not really. It's not really something that would interest me in a movie.
Shudder.
It's one of these movies that, like what Kyle said on the chat, it's like a parent trap. But also, the title, you try to go look it up, and you're guaranteed to get so much reference to horse racing. That's
pretty much.
That's almost pretty much the title of this.
It all depends on where you're searching for a thoroughbred.
Oh gosh.
After all,
Yeah.
If you're searching on bread websites, you're going to get thoroughbred. If you're searching on Google, you're going to get horses. If you're searching on certain art websites, however,
there's a lot of people who like bread for some strange reason, and I was forgetting that when I searched for a picture of gravel, I literally just typed in gravel and I got rocks, and I just looked at my screen. I'm like, God, fucking damn it, I'm stupid.
Canned bread. This place is great.
Wait. Furious typing.
Oh shit, he's working on something good here, laddies.
Wait, hold on. I need to find this. Alright, hold on. Save this image. Just so everybody's got some context about what we're talking about when we mean canned bread. Where is it? Where? Right, I'm actually doing this on the fly.
Yes!
Alright.
Canned bread.
Canned bread.
You really love a bread.
I love being able to do this. I love how it's just not set our radar. It appears to be jammed.
Jammed.
I hate strawberry jam. He knows I hate strawberry.
There's the jam.
Oh, put that down.
I'm having trouble with the radar, sir.
Oh, you're so
Raspberry.
that breaks it.
Hate raspberry.
I'm having trouble with the radar, sir.
It appears to be jammed.
Anyway, do you want me to move on to our next film?
Here I am.
You got the creeps. You got the bleeps. You got the sweep.
All right, let's move on.
The creeps.
Can we move on?
Let's move on.
Yes.
I'm not looking forward to talking about this movie. Hell, I don't even think Naka is looking forward to talking about this movie.
Matt DiBenedetto almost had a third place finish in the Daytona 500, and the Hurricane Heist was sponsoring his car.
The Hurricane Heist is an upcoming American disaster action film directed by Rob Cohen and written by Cohen, Carlos Davies, Anthony Fingleton, Jeff Dixon, and Scott Windhauser.
5 writers?
Holy fuck. Oh,
Yeah,
it
that's
takes
a-
5 writers to write this.
By the way, if you think about it logically, you know how Scott's last name says Windhauser? Imagine if you took out wind and replaced it with claw.
Oh, boy. It's almost like it smells
Oh my
clawhouse.
gosh.
The film stars Toby Kebbell, literally sounds like kibble, Maggie Grace, Ryan Quanten, Melissa Bologna, and Ralph Ines. I don't know.
Innocent.
I'm butchering this, but anyway, let's continue. A team of tech hackers embark on a $600 million robbery from a coastal U.S. mint factory at the same time that a disastrous Category 5 hurricane is set to strike. The remaining people left in the deserted beach town are a meteorologist, a treasury agent, and the meteorologist's ex-Marine brother. Together, they not only must survive the hurricane, but also stop the mastermind thieves from accomplishing the heist of the century. Okay, so yeah, there are several things I need
That
to
was
point
also
out.
the theme for last year's Furrydelphia, which was really fun. Also,
There are several things I need to point out there. The trailer is all over the place that even I can't figure out what the heck is going on. Rob Cohen, the director, is the director of the Fast and Furious film. Yeah, I can't get any more awesome than that. And not to mention, it's taking the Planet of the Apes font and using it as the title. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if it looks different or
it
whatever.
looks pretty
but-
close.
One other thing outside of its production is that I was in concessions at work. Concessions is basically you stand behind the counter and sell popcorn and sodas and what have you to the people at work. I was selling as well as looking at these small-sized white popcorn bags with its logo on it, almost as if I was missing something, like this was going to be the next big blockbuster. Well, guess what? I'm not even sure if it's going to be reaching half of my expectations that I have for it. The trailer looks so poorly edited that I can barely tell what's going on. I don't know any of these characters from the trailer that the actors bring to them, and it's so convoluted it makes my head spin. If you're looking for a waste of time, I'm sure it will do that for you, but for all the wrong reasons. So unless it's a great movie, I'd encourage you to tread lightly. Otherwise, the film releases on March 9th, but from the looks of it, I think there are much better movies to spend your money on. That's all I can say.
It took me a while to figure out what the fuck this was, but I mean, you have to give it props to being a more ridiculous disaster thriller film than 2012. I mean, to take that and then just to kick it up about 12, 13, give or take notches. To be like, okay, there's a heist. Oh, there's a fucking hurricane. So it's basically Sharknado. Shut the fuck up. You try hard. Stop it.
Yeah.
Listen, Morty. You gotta shut the fuck up.
Focus.
I'm playing this thing. It's important, okay? You have to have 5,000 IQ to watch this show. Okay. Yeah, it's it looks like I think you have to just give it a little bit of a chance just because of how ridiculous the premise is, just to see how it delivers on it, because it doesn't present itself as simple and then goes all convoluted. It is convoluted from the start.
Right.
So it's kind of just like, how the fuck are they going to put this together? And it's not just like Geostorm, where it's like, okay, it's basically satellites attack the Earth and blah.
Thanks, Kyle. By the way, I loved what Kyle just wrote on the chat.
Sharknado.
I'll spend my money sending it to
The
you guys to
Sharknado
watch
Trucker
this.
Edition. Yeah. Sharknado with truckers.
So, Naka, this was directed by the guy who made Fast and Furious. The
I
very
think you
first
should
one.
just stick with making the original Fast and Furious again, please, and thank you.
Anything else? I assume that this is a hard pass for you as well, Weekend.
I don't know. I'd watch it just for like the shits and giggles of it, really, because I mean it's gonna be like
Words right out of
Sharknado.
my mouth.
It's
I was about to say
Sharknado.
the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
pretty much.
It's a shits and giggles movie.
Hurricane Heist NATO.
Just to see how ridiculous of a film they can make if they can one up, sci-fi Sharknado franchise, which I think is the current world record holder in ridiculous film series.
Yeah,
I think this might be
Oh my goodness.
legitimate contestant for that level of ridiculousness.
yeah, and I mean, like, I kind of thought of this as like one of those stories you tell at like a trucker's bar. Yeah, like they had such a big, just a big budget for everything, and they just kind of overheard these two truckers kind of talking about some ridiculous story whilst they were drunk.
If a bunch of money fell on the sky, make it rain.
And Shutter. I think you want me to move on, don't you?
No, hang on.
Stop assuming that he wants to move on and let him speak his damn opinion.
No. I meant like you have nothing really, any positive things to say is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to.
Let me say something about Hurricane Heist. Okay, so Hurricane Heist is like Logan Lucky meets Convoy meets Sharknado. That's what it is. It's
Convoy.
There's an
I've never heard of
undeniable
Convoy.
amount of Sharknado influence in this movie, although not quite as blatant.
or maximum.
I'm not gonna lie. Sharknado is like the funniest thing ever made. But anyway,
Sharknado, the series, it's just great because it's cheesy, but it's cheesy and you love it for that.
Yeah, like there is
How
this
the
one.
hell in Sharknado does Ann Coulter survive?
And give birth to a baby inside a fucking shark. Who the fuck
Good.
cares?
Do you want me to move on?
Moving on to not Stranger Things.
This is certainly out of the blue. The Strangers, Pray at Night is an upcoming American horror film directed by Johannes Roberts and written by Brian Bertino and Ben Katai, and serves as the sequel to the 2008 film The Strangers, which was written and directed by Bertino. Okay. The film stars Christina Hendricks, Martin Henderson, Bailey Madison, and Lewis Pullman. Family's road trip takes a dangerous turn when they arrive at a secluded mobile home park to stay with some relatives and find it mysteriously deserted. Under the cover of darkness, three masked psychopaths pay them a visit to test the family's every limit as they struggle to survive. Yeah, as you may have guessed, this is pretty much the sequel that just came out of nowhere. I only remember bits and pieces of the original, and honestly, even I didn't really care about the first movie so much, so I'm kind of shocked that this movie is getting a sequel, one that no one really cared or asked for. It also makes it more difficult to appreciate it because I don't really know anyone who knew anything about the original, nor have I met people who wanted to see a sequel of this movie. Considering absolutely none of the original actors are in the movie, are in this movie. So I don't have a lot to say regarding it. Maybe it could appeal to the horror fans, but honestly, there's not much I see in this that appeals to me. If you're interested, the film releases on March 9th as well.
You mention horror fans? That is me.
Yeah, well, you're smarter than that.
The closest I know, but the closest that this reminds me of, and I haven't heard of the original. I mean, there's probably plenty of horror movies I haven't heard of. Haven't seen everything, but the closest thing it looks like, and it doesn't look like it's as good as this, but the house is October built. That's the closest thing it reminds me of, because that's kind of, it's not set in one location, but it's kind of like in a trailer park location. It's kind of like that movie is based off people who go to a bunch of different haunted parks across America, and people start following them, and eventually shit goes down or gets weird. This kind of looks close to that a little bit. I'd be willing to see it because I'm pretty much willing to see any horror movie, as good or bad as it is. But I don't know. I'd probably see this and then see the original. But of course, I'm not going to go out to theaters to see this. But it's definitely on my list, I guess, just to consider it. I mean, even us horror fans, even as one of my favorite YouTube channels, Dead Meat. You know, you got to take some pleasure in the cheesy or so-called shitty horror movies. Just a lot of them are so bad they're good kind of thing.
Right.
But you know, we'll have to see how this one does. I mean, considering it's kind of like more of a spiritual successor, because I guess none of the original actors are in it, you said. So I don't know. We'll have to see what this is.
Yep.
I'll look into it.
Naka, Weekend, Shudder, your thoughts?
Anybody?
Can I go first?
Events.
Oh, go ahead, Shudder.
Oh. Nah, this is the kind of movie I just really don't have a whole lot of thoughts about. I'm not a big fan of slasher horror movies.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Pussy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll go see Stephen King's It, the new one, before seeing this movie.
You're anti-social.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. What do you have to say regarding this, Naka?
Honestly, don't care. It's your own damn fault. It's like, well, we know that our relatives live in this really, really, really secluded area that looks like it's, you know, a pile of dog shit, and there's probably some psychopaths out there. We're still gonna go because we want to. We don't care if we're gonna die, except we're gonna care if somebody dies on the trip, because we're stupid.
The positive, you gotta look at the positive side of that, is that the positive is that some of the people are so stupid that they deserve to die, and they actually do bite the dust. That's the one positive part of it. See, the one stupid motherfucker who had it coming actually bites the dust. You're like, I told you were gonna eat shit.
Oh my gosh. Was it some of those it's scary movie parodies. So
Scary movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the
rip on
fucking
some of this stuff.
what was the series that Eddie Murphy did? That was fucking hilarious.
Shrek.
No, not that one. The scary movie parodies that Eddie Murphy did. I don't know. They had a Disney theme park little ride about
Haunted
it.
Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. Yeah,
Haunted Mansion.
those were so fucking funny. My God. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is there anything that you guys want to Weekend? I keep forgetting your name. It's such an easy name to remember. I don't understand why I keep forgetting it.
We're working
How
for
could
the
this-
weekend.
How could this happen to me?
Why are you
Make
still
my
using
mistakes.
this?
After
Regarding
facing my
this
fears to
trailer.
see Stephen King's It, I'm pretty sure I can take this movie too.
Wait, you're afraid of clowns?
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, clowns
There was-
can be super fucking freaky. I mean, literally, like, not like a few miles away from where I go to college, there's a dentist office
I
that
will
has
say,
this like plywood sign, like a tooth with a smiley face on it. It is the creepiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
actually,
It is so fucking creepy. I'm
actually-
terrified of it.
Actually, to be fair, my middle brother was afraid of clowns, and he actually went to go see the movie to face his fears. And he's gonna see part 2 because part 1 was really good, and he really liked it. Because
Hope they have
because
more anthrax in it.
I wish they would have more Finn Wolfhard playing as Richie, but unfortunately, we have to deal with the adult version. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, he's gonna grow up in a few years, you know that, right?
he's gonna grow up in a few years, but he's not gonna be playing the adult version where it takes place another 27 years after.
Where it takes place in 2016.
Losers Club, asshole.
Yeah, what's funny, it's coming out in like 2020 or something, yet it's being set in 2016, so I'm just like, oh my god, look at all the shit that we actually understood. And like what was right and wrong in the world, and it's gonna be such a good retrospective and everything, and
Lol.
I mean, I will say that the clown community is very, very upset that this film was made.
I bet you McDonald's was. Yeah.
I'll slap the McShit out of you.
Oh, by the way, if you go to a McDonald's tomorrow and ask for Szechuan sauce, make sure there's not going to be 50 people clamoring for it because it's coming back.
Oh God, you got to be kidding me!
Szechuan sauce is coming back to
Christ
every
sake.
McDonald's.
Or
Oh,
don't put
wow.
your shirt over your head and start having a fucking autistic tantrum because they won't serve you your sauce. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of the restaurant and
It's
wait
not
your
Rick and Morty
goddamn turn.
themed. It's actual like Szechuan sauce with like the design they use for all the other sauces.
Yeah.
I shit you not. This is actually happening.
They're
Anyway,
actually
do you want me to
doing
move
it.
on to the
Oh,
next?
All right. Well,
It's a death wish.
we'll see that one.
Yeah, the title speaks for itself. Death Wish is an upcoming American vigilante action film directed by Eli Roth, most known for playing the Bear Jew in Quentin Tarantino's *Inglourious Bastards*, and written by Roth, Dean Gorgaris, Scott Alexander, and Larry Karaszewski, with the original screenplay written by Joe Carnahan. It's a remake of the 1974 film of the same name, which starred Charles Bronson in the lead, based on the 1972 novel written by Brian Garfield. The film stars Bruce Willis, Vincent D'Onofrio, Dean Norris, Kimberly Elise, Mike Epps, Elizabeth Shue, Camila Morrone, Ronnie Jean Blevins, and Bo Knapp. Dr. Paul Kersey is a surgeon who only sees the aftermath of his city's violence as it's rushed into his ER until his wife and college-age daughter are viciously attacked in their suburban home. With the police overloaded with crimes, Paul, burning for revenge, hunts for his family's assailants to deliver justice. As the anonymous slayings of criminal grabs the media's attention, the city wonders if this deadly avenger is a guardian angel or a grim reaper. In all honesty, this is very difficult for me to judge. I have never seen the original Death Wish, and I'm sure a lot of people who have just usually say that the original movie is okay. You can put anyone in this role, but unfortunately not really anything comes to mind when this movie is being made. It's pretty, for lack of a better word, bland. There's nothing that really stands out as a film, and honestly, that's saying a lot. There's not a lot of creativity with this one. However, if you're a Bruce Willis fan or even a fan of just eating popcorn, this film I think will do fine. The film releases on March 2nd if you're interested. Thoughts?
All right, can I go first?
I'll
Yeah,
just
go
say
ahead.
one little thing. It's just basically the next Die Hard film to me.
You didn't let me go first.
Go ahead.
But now you go.
So there's the one line that sticks out to me that always makes me think, oh, hey, it's just another Die Hard. It's like, are you going to kill me? No, I'm not going to kill you. Jack is going to kill you. Rips the jack from underneath the car, and then he gets crushed. Someone's like, wait, is this going to be another Die Hard? No, it's just a pun. Really? Seriously? You have to make a pun in an action movie? Are you fucking shitting me?
You gotta have your.
Hey, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You gotta have your
did a
one-liners
bunch of
in there
puns
somewhere.
in action movies.
What's next? We're going to have canned bread?
Ken Bread.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. Continue, guys, everybody.
Yeah, it's another remake. You know, for Bruce Willis to take the place of Charles Bronson, it's really hard for me to accept it. It's a remake.
It is what it is.
Weekend.
Oh wow.
It's great to see Bruce Willis again on screen, but other than that, nah.
Stop.
Nah. Okay.
We need new movies, new content.
We need memes.
Stop remaking shit.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's that point where
You're
it's been long
tearing
enough.
me apart in Hollywood.
Ah, my God.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But anyways,
Anyway, how is your sex life?
Non-existent.
You guys want to put on your tuxedos and go play some football? You're so funny, Mark.
Anyway, you
It
you
doesn't
want me to move?
look bad because I think that they've made Bruce Willis look really good in movies. So I don't fuck you. I don't think it would be a bad film to see. But of course, with a lot of action movies, very few of them stand out unless you're Jackie Chan or Jet Li or Afghan Bruce Lee himself. But I think they're getting better with them. I mean, I don't know.
Chuck Norris.
Do you want me to move on to the next one?
Let's go,
Yes.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, thumbs up, approved.
The
Okay,
Delta Force.
So it's the movie that is going to have Jennifer Lawrence's best interpretation as a Russian. Huh. Interesting. Red Sparrow is a 2018 American spy film directed by Francis Lawrence and written by Justin Haythe, based on the 2013 novel of the same name by Jason Matthews. The film stars an ensemble cast made up of Jennifer Lawrence, Joel Edgerton, Matthias Schoenaerts, Charlotte Rampling, Mary Louise Parker, and Jeremy Irons. Yay, Scar! Anyway, continue. Based on the book of the same name, a young Russian intelligence officer is assigned to seduce a first-tour CIA agent who handles the CIA's most sensitive penetration of Russian intelligence. The two young officers collide in a charged atmosphere of tradecraft, deception, and inevitably forbidden passion that threatens not just their lives, but the lives of others as well. I should mention that this film is directed by Francis Lawrence, who is not related to Jennifer Lawrence, who is known for directing most of the films in the Hunger Games trilogy. So you can kind of see why Jennifer Lawrence is playing in this movie, because of the director. Upon looking at this trailer, I give it credit for what it's trying to do, but at the same time, I can't help to think that this story has been done to death before. I'm trying, guys. I really am. But I find our previous trailers more interesting than I do this trailer. The only saving grace I can think of is that it stars Jennifer Lawrence. If you're a fan of her, great, but I do think that there should be more of a reason to go see this movie, and by God is there not. At least for me. However, while it may not be for me, perhaps it may be for you. So if you're interested, the film releases on March 2nd. Not much to say on this one, but hey, it's a movie. Maybe you can waste some time here.
Jennifer Lawrence, to this day, does still not know how to fucking scream properly.
Did
It's
she
like-
not scream
it's like
properly
go-
in Mother?
No, she wasn't screaming. It was just puberty sounds, pretty much. Like, please, for the love of fuck, learn to scream properly. But, yeah, I don't know. I already saw Atomic Blonde, and this just kind of looks like it's trying to be that. So, I don't know. I kind of like Jennifer Lawrence, but I'm not a huge fanboy to the point where I just go see a movie just because she's in it. I'm interested in a lot of, like, I guess, history, espionage type movies, I guess. But, so I guess if I come across it, I'll give it a chance. But if I don't, then I guess, I'll just see what other people think about it.
All right, to me, it just feels like it's another Cold War movie in the sense, like, oh my God, it's a spy for the, a CIA. It's like a young Russian intelligence officer. It's basically a Russian spy spying for the Russians is trying to infiltrate CIA's important documents, like the Cold War. That's really all I see in this movie. There's nothing really else interesting to me.
So that's why I thought it was much like the, what is it, Atomic Blonde. It's pretty much the same situation.
And Weekend?
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys basically kind of took everything.
Really?
Yeah,
Took it all away from you.
I do.
What?
I would see this movie,
Hey.
though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't know.
I always like the spy movies.
I only ever see movies if they get a really, really good rating. If they don't get a really good rating, I'm not going to see them. That's kind of how I am, and yeah. Shudder. What do you have to say regarding this movie?
Hello.
Shudder?
Is he dead?
I don't have a whole lot to add to it.
Okay, do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
Good.
I think we're...
Go for it.
Move on. Yes.
Yes.
I also have to pee.
Shutter's a wee bit stupid, I think.
He's had a lot to do with the
But
past few
But
days.
he can't brain. Can
Yeah,
he?
let me move
Yes, let's
on
move
to our
on.
next...
See that clicker
yeah.
for the slide projector?
I also have to pee, so I'll get this started and then I'll go take a piss.
Looks like Disney is back to bring another film adaptation on another book, but in all seriousness, let's take a look at this one. A Wrinkle in Time is an upcoming American science fantasy adventure film directed by Ava DuVernay from a screenplay by Jennifer Lee and based on the 1962 novel of the same name by Madeline L'Engle. Pardon. The film stars Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling, Gugu McBath-Ra, Michael Pena, Storm Reed, Zach Galifianakis, and Chris Pine. Based on the same name, A Wrinkle in Time follows the story of a girl named Meg Murray after learning her astrophysicist father Alex is being held captive on a distant planet deep in the grip of a universe-spanning evil. Meg Murray works with her highly intelligent younger brother, her new friend and fellow student Calvin O'Keefe, and 3 astral travelers, Mrs. Witch, Mrs. Whatsit, and Mrs. Who, to save him. Sadly, I have not read the book as I have been focusing on a lot of other things, but I find it interesting as this hasn't been the first time Disney has made an adaptation of the story.
Yeah,
In fact...
I've read the book, by the way. Just like...
Oh, well, we'll get into that when we get into that. There was an adaptation back in 2003 made by Disney as a standalone TV film that aired on ABC on May 10th, 2004. Did its release date matter? I don't blame you for thinking that, but no. The movie actually was not very well received, and to this day, very little is known about it. I can already tell that its reboot is going to be better than the original, without question. The A-list casting is already there, and it's...
Oh, Naka's back.
The A-list casting is already there, and the visuals and storytelling look especially strong. I should also mention that the director of the film is Ava DuVernay, who is responsible for directing the critically acclaimed Selma. Just notice that this was mentioned twice. I think the film will probably be a modest hit, and yeah, if you read the book and you wanted a faithful adaptation, I don't think a lot can go wrong with this one. And if you're looking for something grand and Disney-esque, I think it's safe to say you'll find that too. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. The writer is Jennifer Lee, the co-director and writer of Frozen and the upcoming Frozen 2. But I would hope you wouldn't judge her based on her directing. I mean, it's not like she did anything terrible. Anyways, the film releases March 9th, and I think it'll be a decent flick.
What?
Naka, are you back?
Yes.
What do you have to say?
All I really I'm not really looking forward to seeing this because I remember in 6th grade watching the 2003, 2004, whenever that movie came out.
Right.
I remember watching it in our literature class, which was separate from English class for whatever reason. I don't know why. It was a strange class kind of thing.
When those brought in the TV stand days, and you're like,
no, we
it's
had
gonna be a good
we
day."
had projectors. We had projectors.
Okay.
But
So continue.
like the only thing I remember is the irrational square roots line, and that's it. We read the book. I have no idea. I don't remember anything, and that's the only thing I remember from the movie, and that was it. That's all I remember. So if I go try and rewatch it again, I'll just be like, what the fuck's going on?
But do you at least think that this movie is going to surpass the original without question?
Most likely, because they actually have, a good writer behind it.
Right.
And I think they're actually well prepared, somewhat. I think Naka, if you say you read this as well, because
Yes.
I did not read this book, so I'm very surprised.
I did read it.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. I not like I'd go again to read it right like it's I forget why I had to read it. It was kind of like it wasn't a bad book, but it was just it kind of it needed a lot of mental visual images to really follow along with it because it changed settings quite a lot. And I think that's a difficult thing to do with movies. So I'm hoping that this rendition of it is going to be better in doing that than the previous one, which I never heard of until now, had done. I think they're a solid effort, but I don't know if it's going to be anything special from that, even if it's Disney.
So Kyle just said he's getting a Bridge to Terabithia vibe from this film. First off, no. Bridge to Terabithia is like
that was awful
compared to this movie.
I don't know.
God, that was awful.
I think this might.
This movie that we're talking about right now. This is Citizen Kane compared to that movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's all because Zach
saying a lot.
Galifianakis is in the movie. Zach Galifianakis.
That's Galifianakis. Where it's like, my hemorrhoids are flaring up. Too, Jenny, want to ask about that? Hemorrhoids, it'll come to you.
Do you have anything to say or add, Weekend?
Not really.
Not to this one, no?
Not really. I mean, it seems like a cool movie to watch, but, I don't know.
Right.
I think I might.
Okay. And as for you, Shutter?
I don't have anything else to add to this movie other than when I watched the trailer, I just played the Marilyn Manson version of the song over the original.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, do you want me to move on to the next trailer?
You mean the coming attractions?
Our coming attractions.
That we don't have visuals for? Yes.
All right. you say that as if you really don't like visuals for whatever reason.
No, I don't mind.
I like visuals.
I was saying that in a flat voice that we don't have visuals for. I wasn't saying it's like, oh yeah, that we don't have visuals for. Oh yeah, I was like, oh no, we don't have visuals for. It's like that we don't have visuals for. It's all about the tone of voice that you have to. It's, you know how it sounds kind of monotone, except for that little up at the. Except for it goes a little up at the end. Can you hear it? You can hear it. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
And
the brain damage. And the brain damage.
Visuals, yes.
And the brain damage.
All right.
And the brain damage.
Our first coming attraction is Kings, a foster family in South Central a few weeks before the city erupts in violence following the verdict of the Rodney King trial in 1992. Yeah, I've never heard of the Rodney King trial, so this is.
I
very
just know about
interesting.
the LA riots.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
that was really the start of it. I think that, well, not the start of it, but I saw Detroit a while ago with my family like 2 weeks ago. I think we saw Detroit and Marshall. I think Detroit was really good, really well done in terms of cinematic dynamics of the film. But I think that I don't know. I think might be decent, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think they've done a film based in like the LA riots. I mean, they did Detroit, they did Selma, they did I mean the Marshall film was in Connecticut. Marshall was, he's a Marylander, Nick Mayhem. You gotta take pride in your local stuff, We'll see how this one does. I don't know. It's got a decent cast. I think it should be a good chance. It's got a good look to it.
I mean, it'd be an interesting way to see like a different side of the LA riots in the early '90s. So that's probably a reason why I'd go see it.
Oh, that makes sense. Do you want me to move on to our next trailer?
But you didn't get our other guests' opinions on it.
Oh, sorry. Weekend?
I have nothing to say.
Shutter?
Oh my god!
Oh, really? The LA riots all over again. Watching Reginald Day, the truck driver, get beat up, and boy, I don't know if I really want to see this one.
It's weird.
I mean,
I remember watching the Baltimore riots, and I was just sitting at home, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah. I mean, it's just a
All right, well, do you want me to move on to our
docudrama on.
I was looking at places I grew up in, like being burned to the ground. I'm like, "What the fuck
Why?
is going on?" I don't know.
All right, let's move on to Let's move on to HG Beach.
Chesil
Wait, I'm on
Beach.
the wrong channel.
HGTV.
HG Beach. Wait, no, I'm on the wrong.
They say
No?
HGTV, and I'm like, "Oh, my mom watches that all day long."
To be fair,
A drama
Give me
set in the,
TLC.
let's let Scarfy speak.
a drama set in the early 1960s and centered on a young couple on their honeymoon. And yeah, that's about it. There's not much going for it.
Yeah, I don't care, Skip.
Yeah.
It's drama. It's drama. Don't care.
Oh no, drama! Us furries are allergic to drama.
Shutter.
Well, I
Drama
mean,
Alert Nation now over.
Yep. Let's get right into it.
All right, so this is just a hard pass. You want me to go on to the next one?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yes.
It's a hard
All right.
pass.
The Forgiven. After the end of Arpathede, Archbishop Desmond Tutu meets with a brutal murderer seeking redemption.
So I dub thee the Forgiver.
Us Metallica fans, this is like the hard opposite to Unforgiven, and also it's apartheid. It looks like apartheid, but it's pronounced apartheid, and it's literally pronounced that because apartheid uses the white oppression of blacks in South Africa.
So if you guys don't know who Desmond Tutu is, he's basically a archbishop in religious, like religious beliefs and all these other things. And he's a very, very well-known religious writer, and he does a lot of really good stuff. And this movie looks very interesting, and I kind of want to see it. What do you guys think?
Forrest Whitaker? Sure, I'd see any movie with Forrest Whitaker in it.
With a name like that,
Yeah,
you
good
can't
actor.
you can't skip it.
Yeah. So I did the Unforgiven.
I mean, I would see it because it looks like it has a lot of psychological elements to it, which, quite honestly, is pretty cool.
Oh boy, it's psychosis. The movie's then just going to tell you how to eat, to be eating the stalks when you're not supposed to.
It's going to tell you how to eat.
No, wait, stop eating the stalks.
That's what I heard. Like, it will tell you how to eat.
Oh, it's the
Let down the
economy.
sky and
It'll
have
just
his-
be the economy all over again. Am I the only one that's actually watched that?
I have no idea.
Do you want me to move on?
Do you have
Do
no
you want me to move
idea
on to
or
our-
no idea?
Do you want me to move on to our final list of news?
Go!
Yeah.
Oh yes, and one more thing. The 90th Academy Awards celebrating the films of the 2017 film year will be taking place at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, hosted by television host and comedian Jimmy Kimmel on March 4th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm unsure what exact time the actual ceremony is, so you might just be watching the red carpet, which honestly no one is because it's gossip trend until the actual show starts. I have one more thing to also say. March 4th is the actual release date of Zootopia when it first released in 2016.
Happy birthday.
So you'll have two things to celebrate: the release of one of the greatest Disney movies of all time, and an Oscar show that hopefully Brock Stubbs will make a lot of fun of, just as he always had. Everyone wins.
Everybody does win.
I swear when I see that logo, it says 90. It looks like 90 scars.
90 scars. Does that sound like a freaking Cannibal Corpse song? 90 scars.
Goodness, I actually never looked at it that way. Oh God.
I'm
dear.
just now looking at it, and it kind of seems that way. But anyway, what do you guys?
But it kind of looks
what
like
do you
more
have
of
to
a.
say?
It kind of looks more of a progressive metal logo. So I don't know if it would really be that.
Oof.
What do you have to say regarding this, everyone?
To me, it's just going to give me something more to watch after the Las Vegas Cup race next weekend.
And how about you, Krüz? Will
Also,
you actually
let's go Vegas Golden Knights, baby.
By the way, Krüz, will you actually watch the damn thing?
What thing?
The Oscars.
Like which thing? I've not
90
seen.
scars.
The Oscars, because you didn't watch them last year.
I don't know. I think did I? I think I watched them 2 years ago, but I don't know. I might get to. I don't know if I'll be able to get to watch them, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm just happy, I guess, that I don't know. I mentioned this in the report that the Grammys things that I mentioned, they went to Mastodon for that, and I think it was well deserved. They put in a lot of work for that. But Oscars, I'm normally not a fan of watching the whole red carpet thing, but I'm more of a fan of just actually watching. Oh, they're actually announcing the awards now. I will actually watch. But yeah, if I get the chance to, I'll do that. But I don't know for sure because I got to go home these last 2 weekends and I mostly just watched the Olympics there. So I don't know. The next time I'm gonna go home is for a spring break. And when is this? It might be a bit late, but who knows? You'll be able to keep me updated, Scruffy. I trust.
Are you gonna watch? Are you? I don't know if you're a fan of the Oscars weekend. I know Shutter is, and he usually tweets along with us. But would you watch the Oscars? If not, just for the lulz or whatever.
I was about to say I'd watch it for the lulz, really.
For the memes.
But I hope some of these, like, I have a lot of actors and actresses that I'd be rooting for. Hopefully they get stuff.
Hopefully they get wins.
Get the award, please.
Hopefully they get the W like the Canadians didn't. I'm not sorry.
And as for you, Shutter,
I'm sorry for hoarding my feelings.
Well, first of all, it also depends on if I have family coming over that weekend, hijacking my weekend. So, I mean, if not, I might watch it. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So it's a crapshoot for you.
It's pretty much a crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot.
It's a poop shoot.
We just hijacked the weekend at all costs.
Right down the poop shoot.
I mean, if you're gonna say people are gonna hijack weekends, we gotta protect our boy here.
Yeah,
So,
we
We gotta
can't
protect
just
our boy
take him
here.
away.
Oh my
We
God.
can't take him away from
Brother
his house.
north of the Mason-Dixon line.
I gotta be
Yes.
protected.
Like when they come over, it's like it's gonna be
Only
one day, and it
East
turns
Coast
like the whole
people get
freaking
that joke.
weekend.
So you may be wondering if we have mailbag in our mailbag. Well, if we have mail in our mailbag, we don't have mail.
We don't have a mailbag in our mailbag.
Watch out, there's gonna be like a letter coming from me saying, "What is life?"
It is 42.
What is that?
No, what is life, not what is
What
love.
is life?
What is either of
Although
those
I
things?
could, although I can send what is
The
love. as well.
answer is 43.
Do you want me? Do you want me to? I don't know. And that is it. That is our show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we do have one more thing that we want to say. This week, next week upcoming, we will be taking a small break. We will not be returning until after the Oscar show, so that would be March 11th. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's March 11th. I looked at my calendar.
Okay, so we will not be back until March 11th and so we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. Mostly, the reason why we are choosing to skip a weekend is because, well, the Oscars are going to be on, and we're going to be watching them, and people are going to be paying attention to that as opposed to paying attention to
Like the Pooper Bowl.
The Pupper Bowl.
Anyway, guys,
The Pupper Bowl instead of the Puppy Bowl.
do we have any mail?
We don't have mail.
Nope.
We have female. I don't know if we have a
You
male.
got bread, which I'm getting hungry.
So yeah, that is our show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have anything else going on. We finished everything.
We've got bread, though.
Yeah, canned bread.
No, actual bread.
Okay. So anyway, guys, that's our show for tonight. And as always, I'm Scarfy.
I am Naka with canned bread,
And I'm Krüz, and roll the outro music.
but we don't have outro music.
You also forgot we had two guests.
We've got our two special guests who are
I'm
awesome.
Shadow Wolf.
And
I'm Shadow
I-
Wolf.
And I am Weekend Wolf. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and
Or
subscribe.
don't.
I can.
Oh, whoa.
Kirk Hammett.
The Wawas.
Kirk Hammett. That's my Kirk Hammett invitation. Wow, 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 wow,
Mr. Hammett.
Anyway, guys.
Oh, yes,
This has been
just
Subway
want
for
to
Entertainment
ask this.
Treehouse, part 52.
Yeah.
Signing off.
53.
53,
rather.
55.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's part 53. I know.
Anyway, guys, have yourselves a fantastic night and take care.
Please, everybody, please, just have a good night. We won't see
Oh,
you next
and-
week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and
Don't
donate to Streamlabs. I almost forgot. Donate to
Don't
Streamlabs.
forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell. Also, I don't think Starter has a channel, but Weekend has a channel. Check him out. Do stuff.
Shout out
I'll
to Simple.
put it in the stream. I'll put it in the stream.
Do it so it's on the chat so everybody can watch
Be a
it.
good Samaritan.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing.
He's being a good Samaritan.
I'm doing.
I
And
didn't even get to talk about the NASCAR race today. So while we're bullshitting, it was
Oops.
kind of boring. Gotta
I
be honest,
can't
kind of boring.
add it. I can't add it.
You can't add it?
No.
Hold on, send
Oof.
it to Scarfy. He'll send it to me and I'll add it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Hurry up. We got this.
We're gonna have a convoluted.
Ah! All of the screaming.
I'm
Shout outs to
scrubbing
Super
and
Flips.
strumming.
There it is.
Unfortunately, Cody, you've gotten in. You pulled one of my friends. You accidentally pulled a TXR0 when it concerns one of my friends. 'cause
Wait,
he-
it's over? Shit.
Shish. Hold on. Copy link. All right.
There it is.
Yay!
Yeah!
Just like, put the link up. Yeah. Okay, hold on. you made Kyle cry.
No.
Oh my god.
Wait, Cody, did you like not get a notification either on Twitter or on YouTube? Because that's a little concerning.
I think our video's still live.
The video is still live because I want to troubleshoot this.
No, Cody, that's why you gotta. That's why you gotta hit the bell to get notifications.
Yeah, and that is it for tonight, guys.
All right. Just a heads up, YouTube's algorithm for pushing notifications and like videos out to people's like notification feed is a little bit screwy. So actually, do click the bell if you do want to make sure like when we upload and everything. Don't worry, Cody, we'll get it out soon.
Email when we go live.
Just a heads up. But other than that, have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll see you on the 11th. And do yourself a favor and take care of yourself. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful. Yeah,
Well, I guess the one perk is that we did have a fat-free show with the lack of butter being thrown in our midst.
But that's part of the fun. Anyway, good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, guys.